one that was on the table. Both of them are good to go.
Welcome to PBKC streaming live.
3, 2, 1.
Here we go!
Here's what happened on our previous shows. We're streaming live in West Palm Beach, Florida.
3, 2, 1.
Welcome to PBKC on a beautiful Saturday afternoon here at 1111 North Congress Avenue, right here in West Palm Beach, Florida, conveniently located right across the street from the Palm Beach International Airport. We're playing some 5-5 PLO with our Saturday afternoon crew here at PBKC. You'll notice one familiar face is missing today. She's in the Bahamas right now. That is Rose. This is usually her table, so that means without Rose here, anything goes today on this Saturday afternoon. Again, playing some 5-5 PLO right here on the live stream on twitch.tv/PBKC Poker, and search us PBKC Poker on YouTube to watch us streaming live on there also. My name is Mike Jameson, today joined by the super fan, Mr. Matt Fagan.
Good to be back here. I was starting to think I did something wrong last week. It's been a while since I've been down here on the call.
It's been a little over a week, and you did it so well that they invited you back, and that's what I told Mike last night. Mike Bernier, who was on the show last night, I said, unfortunately, you've done a good job, and we're probably going to bring you back. So Matt Fagan is back to call the action today. Rose is already checking in. So is Venny. Yeah, we'll give you the rundown of the table in just a few minutes. Right now, we're having some issues in reading the cards. So Matt is going to do the play-by-play as best as he can as we play 5-5 PLO on this beautiful Saturday afternoon.
Well, without seeing the cards, it makes me wish I was a better Omaha player, but I'm going to give it the old college try at this game here. 5-5 PLO high only. No high lows here. And it looks like Alan's going to start off first. He's looking at 4 cards. And he's out. Jimmy, he's usually around, and he rarely saw a whole hand he didn't like. And it looks like Frog likes what he saw. He's in for 50.
5-5. Are we doing automatic straddle, guys?
Well, the gentleman here with the black hat on, that is Moofy right there. That's Moofy.
Moofy.
It's automatic ask for straddle. As we mentioned,
We got some 5 players that think it's worth 50 to see a flop.
5 players.
To the flop we go. All right, an 8-9-10 rainbow out there with an Omaha hold hand of 4 cards. You got a lot of straight possibilities out there. But a rainbow flop and no paired. Ooh, and Moofy just got potted. And Marky Mark says, I'd like to buy some pot from you. And makes it 450.
Let's not talk about Marky Mark and pot on the show, please.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
There's been accusations before.
Okay.
No, it worked last night.
All right, and not wasting much time. We've got
Set, straight.
got a couple of all-ins already.
Pretty good.
8867.
And Mark appears to have flopped a straight 10 high, as well as a set, so his hand can actually improve and get a boat.
Jeremy.
Nobody likes my hand?
Nah,
Oh,
you're
they have the same
dead.
Mark's on the outside.
We're the only ones? Not straight, you're dead.
And appears to
What's up?
higher straight.
Never mind.
Oh, ooh, Mark just hit quads. Oh,
How the same hand?
You guys did too many times.
torpedoing the nut straight. They both flopped a straight. Mark with a 10 high straight against a queen high straight. But on the river, Mark catches a quad.
We got some newcomers to the show today in seats 2, 3, and 9 are gentlemen we've actually never seen on the show before. Maybe Vinny or Rose could help us out with some of the names. And gentleman in seat 2 sitting next to Mark. In seat 3, then we got Alan, the driver, limo guy, Jimbo Slice, Bruce the Good Doctor, Moofy, Moonboy Tommy, and then Buddy is in seat number 10 like he usually is.
Quads came on the river, right?
Mark is a luck box. That's what the story dude says.
Yep. To be out flop like that to the nuts straight and catch a quad. Are you anything but a luck box when that happens?
Exactly.
Yeah, there was a lot of outs. All that needed to happen for Mark was the board to pair to get the full house, but to hit a one-outer for the quads, that's just salt in the wound right there.
It has to be surreal for Rose to be watching right now from the Bahamas, watching her table play right here on the live stream.
Wow, she really cares about the table, because if I was on vacation in the Bahamas, well,
Yeah, exactly.
all the things I'd be doing. I'd have to wonder about that.
And again, this is just momentary, the fact that we can't read the cards right now. That, and we're just trying to make the Superfans Day much more difficult.
On NHL draft day, no less. Wow.
Exactly.
Like I'm not juggling enough stuff in my brain right now. Okay, taking a look at this hand. Well, we can't see what everybody's got, but total rainbow board with Jack 10 deuce 3. And yep, a single bet from Alan here has made the table run away. There's not a lot you can do with that in your whole hand with a board like that. Two pair, maybe a set at best is what I'm thinking. Yep. And not even Mark will call, so looks like nobody got any of that flop.
That's a good prop hand, right? You get paid double.
And Alan turns up his hand, and indeed, two pair was what he flopped.
Yeah, flush and double.
So no flush or straight or paired boards to make two pair fear.
Okay, we're starting to get some graphics back now. That's a little bit hopeful. If we have to start taking some breaks, we're going to talk a lot about the NHL draft on this show. So I hope you guys are big hockey fans. I hope you guys.
No, I turned my phone off. I'm getting no live feeds. So.
Yeah. Last night, me and Mike Berdier, we talked a lot about wrestling, baseball. That guy's into everything. He really is. Great. He did a fantastic job too. I told him at the end of the show, unfortunately, he's going to be asked to be back whether he likes it or not. So I can't wait to have him on the show, just like the super fan do a fantastic job.
He'll be asked. Right?
He'll be asked.
Right.
Yeah.
Wink, wink, hint, hint.
Yeah.
You guys couldn't see it, but I used the air quotes there.
He did.
All right, looks like we got some graphics.
Okay, here we are.
All right. And Jimbo Slice. He's in this one. He's got a pair of fives. And some suited cards to work with. Wow, the action's moving pretty fast. Not many people liking their hand so far. No raises.
That was insane.
To the flop they go.
Did you see what Nolan and
Did you win?
Tyler did?
And, well, Carlito's up first. He's got a way about him. And he's got top pair right now.
Me and Jack. I saw Smoking James and Robin at Flanagan the other day together.
And he throws out a quarter bet. And it looks like Buddy's going to play with him,
They play blackjack down there too.
as well as Marky Mark with his mystery hand. He could have anything down there.
He's still 3-star, I think.
It's like playing Let's Make a Deal. You
It
can
is.
use this nut hand or behind curtain number 3. And Carlito just betting strong with the top pair with the top better kicker. And yep, Cam's going to lay that one down.
Sorry, Rose. I hope you can hear us and see us. Have a great show going on today. We sure do miss you, though.
He was on a good run until his wife came and killed the whole vibe. Down at the Hard Rock.
I mean, how am I supposed to drop my Seal lyrical jokes without Miss Rose here?
Exactly.
Right.
He was just
Down by the right.
I just
Lifting
got
from
a
the
kiss
gloom.
from a rose.
Right, yeah.
Yes, that's honestly my favorite Seal song of all time.
Right. Whose is it?
It's one of my top 20 songs, probably. Maybe top 30. Love that song.
Exactly.
Oh my God, he was jumping out of his chair every time he hit a
Running
double.
so good, right? Down his face.
And it was so weird. He'd go from like betting 50 to 650 to 2,500. He just had like no. It was just
All right,
win
we're,
whenever he was feeling.
Marky Mark has promised a story time. He was standing behind
Yes.
me and Mike last night, broadcasted the show, and I asked him, "Are you going to be on tomorrow?" And he goes, "Yes." I said, "You got to have story time with Marky Mark." And
Exactly.
he promised today there's going to be some good stories.
It's like a big draw. And speaking of big draws,
Never too many callers.
well, I see a few of them.
Yeah.
So if it was ever story time, Marky Mark, help me out here.
That would have been a good night for my ball flop.
All right, a couple of ducks on that flop. And a lot of mystery hands we can't see. So if those are the hands, they would have to be wary of that. Not much going on. Buddy's got an ace-high flush draw.
That's why
And some
I'm
high
thirsty over
cards.
here with my
So
cow.
he is the odds-on favorite here.
It's actually hurting you. That's the more time I'm sober, that's less money.
Duck queen board.
Okay.
It's plus EV to get him
Go live.
See what happened last track? Jesus Christ.
No, they're putting a new deck in. Yay.
And did I hear that right? They're going for a hold to the action.
Yeah, it looks like we might go through another deck. That's what happens on this show. The RFID is extremely touchy. Sometimes if you're not seeing the cards, we're not seeing the flop in the computer system or on the graphics, that means they're going to have to go through another deck. This is something we actually did at the beginning of the show. Wes and Ron did a great job of that in going through decks. But yeah, just occasionally run through problems. Obviously on Thursday, if you were watching the show, Josh and I were on the show on Thursday, and we had a power outage. Like the whole block went out, including the street lights and everything in here at Belvedere and Congress. So stuff you never know what could happen when everything shuts down.
I was
so.
downstairs dealing the cash games when that happened. That was interesting.
Oh, I can only imagine.
No, generator
Probably
didn't kick in.
mission critical.
You know, people were like, "Oh, you know, what kind of things do you have in place for that? Like, just stay where you are and watch your stack. That's all."
No, I know they do. I'm just saying.
Interesting tags here on the streams. Limo Guy 1000.
Limo Guy
I believe
1000.
that's Alan. But if he prefers, you know,
Not to
Limo
be
Guy
confused.
1000.
Not to be
okay.
confused with Andre 3000.
Right.
All right, we are going to raise 45. Call.
Ooh, man, Buddy with two ladies, but he lets them go.
Ladies, ladies,
It's
ladies.
hard for me to let go of the ladies. Might explain why I do so poorly when I play this game.
It's like swimming today, which is like a big deal. Oh, really? Water polos and stuff. Oh. Don't talk shit about water polo, Bruce. I was a junior Olympic water polo athlete. Oh,
Doesn't surprise me from the Boom Boy. Nothing surprises me.
Fighting words, bro.
Junior Olympics are nothing to sneeze at. I competed in the National Junior Olympics myself when I ran track and
Watch
field.
your stuff. that tall Josh. We still know who that is. We have no idea. We can't figure that out.
Oh yeah, he's a dealer I used to work to. He's about 5'2".
Yeah, that's
you
it.
know, right? Josh C, I think it was.
All short guys want to call themselves tall. You know that, right?
Right. Yeah. It's like Joe Pesci.
I gotta go walk the skunk. Take a break, guys.
Marky Mark's going to take the skunk for a walk. That's always one of our favorite taglines for Saturday afternoon.
Taking the skunk for a walk.
And the IOC fan is all
I still have no clue what that means, but
No.
hey, that's okay.
I have my understanding, but I'm not a skunk person, so
Right. You got like the concept.
exactly.
Okay.
Technical difficulties.
Yeah, it looks like the players are going to step away from the table for a few moments, and that's just going to give myself and Superfan Matt a chance to talk about everything going on here at PBKC and in all the fun and happening things that are going on right now across the street. The vacant lot across the street, we're actually putting together backpacks for local school kids, and we get together with a bunch of different charities every year and do that. And again, we'd like to thank our employees and everybody who's helped out. It's summertime this year, and Matt knows this because he has a daughter, that the kids in Palm Beach County, they only had like 7 weeks of summer this year, and they're back the second week of August. So you know, when these children go back to school, especially in this tough time for a lot of people, you want them to go back with the things they need to do the best in school. And that's why every year we partner with some charities, local charities from around Palm Beach County, and put together those backpacks. So again, thank you to all those charities. Thank you to our employees, including guys like Noah Carbone, that are over there right now handing out those backpacks full of school supplies to the kids in Palm Beach County.
Right, and it's not just the kids either. A lot of teachers, they provide out of their own budgets,
They
their own
do.
pockets for school supplies for the kids. So not only does it help out the kids, it really helps out the teachers as well.
It does. Wow, Rose Gold, she's like, oh my God, I'm on 3G over here. Yeah, that's probably going to do it.
Oh wow, 1994 call.
She's just sitting there in the chat, entering and winning tickets. That's all she's doing. Well, if that's all you can do today, we're still glad to have you, Rose.
The hard life.
It is
3G and winning tickets.
3G and Bahamas. See, she already said last night she's got to start scheduling her vacations to come back on Friday so she can be back for her Saturday show. Because this honestly is her show. And without her keeping control of the table today, you never know what's going to happen.
I got some tips for her. I mean, all of my vacations are centered around the NHL schedule. So.
Exactly. If anybody knows how to schedule, it's Matt Fagan, that's for sure. I didn't know if you heard, Matt. It was actually announced on the show on Thursday before the show got knocked off the air to the power outage that we're actually in September, third week in September. I want to say it's September 23rd. We have one of our first big acts coming to the Paddock Restaurant. It's a well-known comedian, a gentleman named Nick DiPaolo. Okay, when I say that name, it depends on how you feel about this guy, but everybody seems to know the name that I say. And Nick DiPaolo, love him or hate him, he's going to be in the Paddock Restaurant for a dinner show where you're going to get some fantastic food from the Paddock. We have an executive chef, an award-winning chef over there, Juan Yu Laurent, who's been here for over 25 years, does an absolutely fantastic job. And it's going to be dinner and a show. And we look forward to making the Paddock Restaurant more of a venue where we have musical acts, comedians, you know, a one-man show, all that other stuff. So how do you feel about Nick DiPaolo? You a fan?
Well, it depends on who the jokes are directed at. I know him from the Comedy Central roast circuit when that was a thing for about 5 years. Everybody was getting roasted, and he was one of them.
He's great.
One of the best roasters. I don't think I'd like him to roast me.
Yeah,
but
I wouldn't want to see him roast you either.
Right.
You Got Burned is in. That is Mike. He was on the show last night. He said Mark better be the table captain, especially after last night's talk with us. Yeah, no, you know, Marky Mark's sitting there in seat number 1. He's going to have to take control because of the fact that the captain of the table, Rose, is right now in the Bahamas with 3G on her phone.
Exactly. The table captain's not here, so I guess table first officer? Is that what
First
we're doing
officer,
here?
yeah.
Okay, right.
Lieutenant Mark. I like that.
He's basically Riker on Star Trek right now.
Yes.
Number 1, take the call.
Yeah, and last night we talked about the Paddock Restaurant. They're in their summer schedule right now. They're doing lunch every Wednesday through Sunday, starting at 11:30 a.m. And again, keep in contact with our social media, If you're not following us on Facebook at PB Kennel Club, Instagram at PB Kennel Club, Twitter at PB Kennel Club. Also, we have a Twitter page just for the poker room at PBKC Poker. We also have a Facebook page just for the card show. Just search PBKC Sports Card Memorabilia Show. We'll keep you caught up on all the happenings here at PBKC, or you could just go to our website. That's the easiest way, at pbkennelclub.com. As a dealer, what is, downtime like this? Is this driving you crazy if you're sitting at the table right now?
Yeah, especially if there's like a lot of action and a lot of big hands. Because, well, let's be honest, the dealer, it's he's here working.
Yeah.
So it's a job for him. So downtime is unpaid time, basically.
It is. Yeah,
So,
I totally understand that.
Because I dealt with this yesterday with the power outage, because I'm responsible for that bank and I can't move.
No, exactly.
So I'm just there.
Would have
nothing's happening.
Would have been interesting to see somebody try to get that bank away from you, Matt.
No.
I've heard about your martial arts background.
With no cameras to protect the would-be perpetrator, that wouldn't end well for him.
That wouldn't have been fun, no. And then we couldn't have seen it because there was no camera.
They're like,
so
I'll sue you. I'm like, how? The cameras are down.
Yeah, exactly.
He tripped.
Also,
repeatedly onto my fist and feet.
Repeatedly. And tomorrow is our third PBKC Sports Card Memorabilia Show. It's going to be a great show, bigger and better than the other two, because we have over 70 vendors. And we now have a live broadcast tomorrow from our friends at ESPN West Palm. J-Mart and Cocal are going to be broadcasting live from 10 to 11 a.m. We also have some great door prizes, including an SGC graded 9.5 at Tua, who all the Dolphins fans seem to love, and 2 unopened boxes of basketball cards that are worth probably at least 100 or more a box, which is just absolutely fantastic. Those are just the door prizes for showing up, and one of the best parts, it's free to come in. Absolutely free. Just come in, the second floor entrance, go up the escalator or the elevator and come to the second floor poker room. There's over 70 tables. That means those tables are going to stretch all the way down to the cafe. There's going to be so much to buy. Obviously, a guy like Matt is into hockey cards, Pokemon cards, Funkos, old memorabilia, of course, unopened boxes, basketball, baseball, football, anything you collect will be here tomorrow at the Sports Card and Memorabilia Show.
I could have had my own hockey card. Alas, I didn't win.
Yeah, I remember that. Who was that through Sports Illustrated?
Upper Deck.
Upper Deck, yeah.
They make all the hockey cards.
Yeah, Matt was in the running. I think you finished, what, second?
Second, yeah.
Every team, every hockey team, one of their fans was going to get a hockey card from Upper Deck.
Very own official Upper Deck hockey card.
That's amazing.
I finished second.
Wow.
Shows how weak my Twitter game is.
Yeah, it wasn't, you were in the running ahead for a long time.
Yeah.
Just for the fact that the other gentleman that was competing with you had more followers and more reach, I guess.
I got at the finish line. It was very close.
But, he's our super fan, and we love him here at PBKC.
But, hey, next year he's out because he won. So,
yeah,
hey,
exactly.
Smooth sailing.
Yeah, the super fan, we're going to try to get him a sports card. We're going to try as best as we can, even on this show, having the ability on this show to help out our friend Matt Fagan to get his own Upper Deck hockey card, which would be pretty awesome. Watching any Olympics, Matt?
Olympics? Yeah, I tend to. I used to run track and field in high school and college,
Okay.
so I always tune in to some of the Olympics because I always felt kind of gypped as an athlete because you see football and basketball and baseball, they're around and they get a lot of notoriety, but running track, man, it's it's like we're working just as hard as anybody, and we get like 2 weeks every 4 years, so that's so I try to support those guys whenever I can.
See, I love watching, and I'll just go down the rabbit hole because I'll start watching one video and then videos will come up and come up. I love watching Usain Bolt run. Oh, geez, I can watch Usain Bolt run all day.
How?
Yeah,
the gun goes off and he's at the finish line already.
No, that's it. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Ask Brian if he slept on the table last night. Yeah, you see, he's got that. He's got bed head. If you look at his hair, you can tell. Yeah, he definitely stayed here last night. No, it's the B-man. I'm telling you, man. He was here when I left last night after 10:30, and he's going back in to start dealing.
Yeah.
And then he's here bright and early in the morning. That's the Brooklyn B-man right there, Brian Gelrod.
Yeah, where you at? still live down south, right?
Looks like we got everybody
All right,
coming back to the
live
table.
action here.
We're live.
Welcome. Beautiful place, huh?
We run down the
I see
table for you.
cards. I see
Marky
cards.
Mark is in seat 1. The skunk is probably
He's
still
still out
out
on his
for a
walk,
while.
yeah.
2 is going to be Carlito's Way, new to the show. 3 is Cam, also new to the show. Seat 4, that is Alan, the driver. He wants to go by Limo Guy 1000 today. 5,
1,000.
I have no idea. I hope that's not what he charges.
Oh, no.
In seat 5, Jimbo Slice. Seat 6, that's the good Dr. Bruce. Seat 7 is our friend Moofy. In seat 8, that's the youngster. That's Tommy the Moon Boy. In seat 9, it's either George or Jorge. And we know seat 10, it's Buddy.
And they know whatever you ordered, just make them doubles.
I'd say it might be a scam, but I drink the most by far. So
That's true anyway.
You gotta have heart to win this game.
I think everybody agrees to that.
It's kind of flop dealers dream about with our $380,000 bad beat that's in effect in the poker room.
Yeah, of course. I was talking to Mike last night. He never actually dealt a bad beat. You've dealt how many?
2.
2.
5 if you count minis. I've got 2 megas and 3 minis.
Wow. That's pretty good luck right there, I'd have to say.
When it rains, it pours. Nothing for 9 years, and then in like that 2.5-year window, boom, 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 boom.
Wow.
Hey, those season tickets don't pay for themselves.
Well, yeah, that's the other question is, you would expect that you would have gotten some pretty good tips from that, and not to say exact amount, but you did say what you paid off some debts and
Yes, everybody said, he's going to the playoffs for free now. I'm like, well, no.
yeah, got better seats too.
Well, no, the bank pulled some shenanigans on me when I closed on my house, and my father was good enough to just write me a check to cover it. He said, "Pay me back when you can," and then not right away, but almost, I dealt the bad beats. And I said, "Okay, Dad, here's your money back."
Yeah, I knew the mutual teller very well. Her name was Amanda. That sold the tickets to Dan Borislow in the Paddock Restaurant when he hit the Rainbow Pick 6 at Gulfstream, which is the biggest pari-mutuel win in history. It was over like, I want to say $6 million something dollars. Okay, and this was going back like 5 or 6 years ago, and on a Sunday afternoon in the Paddock Restaurant. And one of the first things I asked her is, I said, "Hey, how much should I give you in a tip?" And all she could tell me, she's like, "I'm not going to tell you, but I did pay off my car." And I was like, "Good for you, Amanda."
Yeah, it's not like I don't. It's not like it's a secret, but yes, we are absolutely not allowed to talk about
no
that
way.
in
I'm
any
not
sort of
asking you a
official
number.
capacity, right?
Yeah, I don't think you would even tell me off the air, to be honest with you.
I mean, if the subject comes up at the Panther game, sure, I can talk about whatever I want. But
Yeah.
Shut up, Tommy.
I am not a hard guy to find down there at the BB&T. I'll be the only one in a cape.
Exactly.
All right. Wow. Pretty much everybody was in this hand. I'm starting to wonder what I folded. Everybody dealt in this hand. But there's a lot out there. Got some pocket pairs. Got some suited connectors out here. And with this board,
I would like to check.
Check.
Carmezi says, "Why are there 4 cards showing?" Why don't you explain that, Matt?
well, Carmezi, we are playing PLO, which is Pot Limit Omaha, high only. It's like Hold'em, except you get 4 hold cards instead of 2. You must play 2 of those cards. Which means if there's 3 7s on the board and you have a 7, you do not have quads. And if you try to claim you have quads, they will laugh at you. I speak from personal experience because that's how I learned that you must play 2 of your hold cards and not 1 or 3 or any other such combination. You play 2 of your 4 hold cards and 3 community cards to make your best 5-card poker hand, which is why everybody has 4 cards, because Omaha's the game.
Not the easiest game to follow, not the easiest game to deal, not the easy game to also commentate on, but
No.
that's why we have a real professional with the super fan Matt Fagan today.
You know what he does?
I hear players that are new to Omaha, they talk about that. They're like, wow, this is really hard, and I kind of chuckle at them as I'm dealing, and I say, yeah, try dealing it sometime.
Yeah, I can only imagine. And that is what they say the second most difficult card game to deal after Omaha high-low, right?
Right. Stud 8 or better can get a little sticky because it's the same concept as Omaha high-low. You're looking for two different hands, high and low. So yeah, that can lead to some situations. But they're just playing Omaha high here. We don't have to worry about any low hands here today. So if you're watching and following the action, you just got to make your best 5-card hand out of 2 cards.
Oh.
You're looking for, as a player, you'd be looking for pocket pairs. You'd be looking for the best starting hand would be double paired, double suited, which means if you had king, queen of spades and king, queen of diamonds, that would be an excellent starting hand.
Yeah, Carmezi, thanks for letting us know about that. Yeah, no, I didn't set that. The title on the Twitch stream, so it can be confusing. It said it was Hold'em, and I guess I'll have to go in there and manually change that because we are playing PLO. We do this each and every Saturday afternoon. This is usually Rose's table, and Rose right now is watching with 3G internet from the Bahamas, watching her table play. And without Rose here, there's nobody that's going to control the table. So anything goes today on the PLO, playing some 5-5 PLO on a Saturday afternoon here at PBKC.
Well, Moof went and flopped himself a set of ducks, and he's got the check mark, but we do not know what Marky Mark has, and I'm guessing not pocket aces in his hand because he folded. So Tommy's in his hand, and ooh, that's not good for Tommy. He rivered top 2 pair, and he's going to bet it. And Moof is there with the check mark and a set of ducks,
I am
saying,
way too under rep to fold here.
yeah, he's like, gee, what should I do with the best hand? Oh, and only calls.
What?
Trees, deuces.
Yeah, Moof is a little short stacked here. I'm surprised he didn't go all in there.
What?
Trying to maximize it.
How do I lose?
I said that was a pretty spread out board, nothing suited, nothing paired. The only thing that could have hurt him really there would be a higher set.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
There's a guy who plays here all the time that goes to LA. Rich. Yeah. He trains people too.
Yeah, he's there every day, bro. Multiple times a day.
But because he's training people.
Yeah, no, I always see him with like clients and stuff getting it in.
It's hard not to see him.
$10 straddle, guys.
And yep, 5-5 game, but there will be many straddles. 10 to play this hand.
Yeah?
Yeah. Guy's a beast.
And Marky Mark's going to lead off.
You had a flush draw.
He's a nice guy, too.
Yeah. He likes playing the 5.
Or at least if he sits up to the table, he will.
All right, call.
Okay, and Brian putting the cards in the box. We're going to give him an assist on the stat sheet.
Nice job, Brian.
Good on you, Brian. Something of everything. Tommy's in. He's got an ace-8 suited. George, he's got a lot of hearts with an ace-queen. Nobody here's got a pocket pair. So a little something for everybody. We'll see what the flop brings.
5 at a best.
Check. Check.
All right, but he's got himself 2 pair here. And he's going to bet it. Not many got much of that flop.
Hey, there we go.
I mean, Marky Mark folds all the way around to Jimbo. He's all around the flop. He does have a straight draw. All right, buddy, who started with top 2, he's now got a flush draw to go with that top 2. Jimbo's got a top pair, but he'll let it go.
I don't know what's going on.
Tommy's got a higher flush draw, and it looks like he's going to gamble.
That's a manly drink.
Hey.
It takes a man secure
And the
enough.
river, it's an ace, and Tommy picks up 2 pair.
That's the most masculine thing you can do.
He's got the better 2 pair, and he'll bet it.
How did ace help you? How? Try to think.
but he really wants to know how that ace helped Tommy.
Hey, Poker Noah's listening. How you doing, Poker Noah?
So even if he didn't call, he could always watch our show later and find out just exactly how that ace helped him.
If you don't know who Poker Noah is, he is the gentleman that's the grandchild of this live stream here on Twitch TV.
He closed the action.
Man, Moon Boy's really getting into it with people today.
That's exactly what I said.
I hope Grandma's watching. I really do. Moon Boy's grandma. I apologize for his language, and hopefully later you can at least put soap in his mouth or do something, please.
Right.
Poker Noah's listening. Poker Noah actually was volunteering to fill those backpacks across the street today. So we really appreciate that. We really appreciate all the volunteers, whether from the poker room or the rest of the track, doing a great job helping out over there across the street for children in our area.
Carlito and his way, he's going to see a flop. Not quite sure what he has here. Allen's got a couple of diamonds as well as a pair of tens. And he'll see it.
It's coming.
Jimbo Slice. He's also got suited cards and a pocket pair. Bruce also has the good doctor. He's got a pair of threes. And Moof also, lots of pairs going around, but Moof is raised with his. There's way too many of around here. I need to thin these numbers a bit.
Yeah, Bruce is missing Noah. He actually brought some cookies in today. He said, make sure Noah gets these, and Noah's the only one that eats them. That's what he said to me.
Shortly before I ate them.
Yeah. So if you don't hear Matt for a while, we'll know what happened.
No. I've had my cookie fix.
Nah, Bruce is a great guy. He actually brought some cookies in for Rose, and Rose is not here, so he decided to donate those to Matt, and then Matt tried to give me the healthier cookie, but you know, healthy and cookie doesn't go together for me.
I shot my shot. It didn't work out, but you know, had to try.
Sucks for you though.
All right. So looking at, is there anybody that doesn't have a pocket pair here? Marky Mark.
Where are they playing? We're playing right here at PBKC, Palm Beach Kennel Club, right here in West Palm Beach, Florida.
Yeah, with all those hearts out there, a lot of flush draws out there too, which is why Tommy, with his set, only has a 49% chance at this point. Tommy Moof with his pair. He's got a small pair, but he also has a queen high flush draw. Straight draw as well. And Moof is saying, come get it. And Tommy right behind with a set of jacks has to call.
Moofy and Moon Boy.
And yes, and the rest of the field has said, we've had enough of your shenanigans.
I have your flush draw B.
How you my flush draw me?
I have a pair.
You're fucked.
And I have a straight 95.
Ooh, language.
Twice? Okay.
And they're going to run it twice here.
No heart. No heart.
He says no heart, but agreed. He agreed to run it twice, yet says no heart. Yeah, that's not how that works.
How do you have hearts? There's no way you have hearts.
Listen, there's plenty of
You're
hearts.
trolling, for sure you're trolling.
And hearts again. Oh, get wrecked, son. Get wrecked. He needs to pair the board just to chop this pot.
He does not have hearts.
And he pairs the board. Oh, calls for no hearts, and he escapes with a chop.
How do you have hearts?
A flush up top for Moof and a boat on the bottom.
You don't become the new Newman.
So they're going to chop that one.
The young man's beating up on the table now.
Yeah.
We're seeing a side of the Moon Boy we don't like.
Yeah, that table's expensive. Somebody needs to talk to him.
Yep. Let's call him Newman Jr.
He says no hearts, but agrees to run it twice. But it actually worked out for him, because if he hadn't, he would have been sunk.
No, I mean, it was a good call.
But I think we talked about this last time I was on the show, running it twice. It's, I mean, you're giving your opponent more outs, especially if you're ahead.
You know, the only person I've had on here between you, Josh, Noah, and Mike now. Mike Bernier is the only one who said, let's run it twice. He's
And
the only
where
person out of all of you guys.
Where does he play?
I don't know exactly where he plays, but he
Okay,
plays.
I would love to play against him.
he
Just so when
wants
he
to
asks me
run
to
it
run it twice, I'll be all like, no, I've outflopped you. I'm ahead. Give me your money.
Exactly, yeah.
If he sucks out on me, hey, he sucks out.
Yeah.
All right, we got a straddle. What are we doing there? 25?
But it is funny to see somebody calling for a runner or a run out like that,
$10.
but run it twice.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like,
There was a lot of hearts that came out.
Dude, I would have got scooped by that board.
I think there was one heart left.
The ace of hearts.
That's it.
If I got scooped, dude, I would.
all right, we're going to start with the good doctor, who is double suited
Yeah, maybe two. Maybe. Depending on the burn.
with high cards and good straight cards.
And you have a
So
9.
it's worth
too.
$10.
The 9 coming out even less likely. Did get bailed out. I just love. I was like, I got you totally dominated. You're sure? He's like, no. Hold my beer.
You just have to believe.
He was believing pretty hard.
Wow, this is another one, big field in this hand.
Rubber.
Everybody's in all the way around to Allen, who's looking at aces with
Back
diamonds.
down, little boy.
Today, Matador, the announcers, I'm Mike Jameson. I'm the annoying guy who's usually on here. And today with me is the super fan, Matt Fagan, one of our great dealers and a huge super fan of the Florida Panthers.
Great dealer? Well, depends on
Okay.
who you ask.
He is a sufficient dealer and a big hockey fan.
It has nothing to do with my actual ability. It's how well I'm
75.
paying you off or breaking your soul.
He deals, and he also is a really good hockey fan.
All right, that raise thinned the herd out a bit. So now we're down to 3. And to the flop they go. Ooh, and Limo Guy's got a set of kings.
Check.
Mr. Allen and his limo. Big favorite after that flop.
250.
Although the good doctor does have a solid flush draw, but he's not going to play it. Yeah, that's a solid bet there by Allen. Sometimes when you flop a joint like that, but you've got flush possibilities out there, and also with paired flops like that, to open up the door to boats, you really don't want a lot of people hanging around in your pot. It's better to just end it early.
Thank you, Carmezzi. We really appreciate that. Said first time view, and I hope you, if you like the show, you'll follow us or subscribe to us right here on Twitch. We're also on YouTube. If you go to YouTube and search PBKC Poker, we're also streaming on there also. I keep saying the word also.
Going back to that last hand, on the other hand, you could be Marky Mark and just out of nowhere river a quad.
Yeah. I think if we all could at one point in our life, we'd all love to be Marky Mark.
Oh, wow. Not so sure about walking the skunk. That sounds like a hassle. But
No, I mean the skunk. I don't know how the skunk cooperates all the time or not.
the river quads, though, that sounds delightful.
It
I'd
does.
like to know how that feels
I
someday.
mean, thinking of getting in twice. Not even close, but sounding good.
No, Marky Mark don't like that one. Carlito says, I'm going to get out of the way. Cam doesn't like snowmen. Wow.
It's a beautiful hand.
A lot of flips.
And what do they have down at the other end of the table?
All right.
No X there.
Nobody's playing. Oh, look at the good doctor with suited cards and AK and jacks. And he says, you know what? There's worse hands to go to the mat with.
All right, Bridge. Good luck. I got a pretty good
Want
hand.
to do the flop and then
Does he, though? They both got an AK,
Yeah,
but
You knew that was going to
the
happen.
good doctor has the pocket pair to go with it. Solid favorite.
I like my odds.
So
Oh, beautiful flop.
we're gonna go twice after this, right? Yeah.
Well, and they're going to run turn and river twice here.
Yeah, you're toast.
You want to change it up?
Tommy's got enough flush draw with that board, so
Change the flop.
You're still all scoopable.
We don't have enough cards.
Yeah, you're still gonna scoop them.
and a diamond on the river, and Tommy has got the ace high flush.
Yeah. From the flop. From the flop.
Oh, more diamonds.
That's a scoop ace.
And ooh. And Tommy has come from all the way back. The good doctor, a 75% favorite, gets scooped.
Wow. That'll make the young guy happy. Barefoot's here. Happy you're here, Barefoot. Hope you're doing well today. I'm no meteorologist, but I can look outside and tell you it's raining.
No, it's Florida and it's July. It rains every day.
It is. Hope everybody's staying dry over there across the street, putting those backpacks together for charity.
Nah, make them suffer now, Ron. Nah, make them suffer.
That's fine too. That's fine. Take off my shirt. Show all my hair.
Gets a little hot under the lights sometimes. That's. No, I can't imagine sitting under there. The curtain's around, so you're not going to get a lot of airflow through the right there, the live streaming area. So sometimes we turn on a fan for the guys.
Let me clarify
Hold
here.
on. That's where you draw the line, bro.
No.
10.
Speaking of tacos.
Uh-oh.
Hey,
Are we doing that?
I wish I could get away with saying half of the things that Mr. Brian out there says in the box.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
He says that. No, they're not going to let me get away with that.
Yeah. No, the Brooklyn
I say
B
some of
man,
that, they're going to be like, floor.
He's got a great rapport with most all the players here.
Circulates the air.
I wish they would put 4 of them up here when we were playing and just make it
Oh,
so
over there and the others? Oh, God.
Which is funny because he says the reverse is true. He says
Yeah.
about commentating, he's all like, no, they'll fire me.
Oh, my God.
No, he doesn't know if he
maybe
can,
it works out that
He doesn't
way.
know if he can censor himself. So
Only one day a year that uniform was good on your birthday.
The golden bow tie.
Yeah, with the
Yeah, what
golden
happened when you had to do 7
Flop
hours?
we go, and once again, Marky Mark has a mystery hand.
How did it help you out?
I think the card reader's working just fine. Marky, he just doesn't like putting the cards in that box.
yeah, he's purposely doing this. Mark is a professional on the show, so he knows what he's doing.
Yeah, Brian's had to kind of nudge with his finger when Marky Mark's not looking.
Yeah.
He's like, get them cards in there. Well, he likes the flop. He's gonna. He bet it and takes it down, uncontested.
Usually they shut it off.
I honestly don't think they shut it off on purpose. I think it's just programmed.
Automatic. At like 11:30 or midnight. Something
Yeah.
like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Even like whenever they weren't using it for a while, I think it was just they couldn't get it going. For
You guys just get on
we
some
were
cock
dying for a while. You know? It just,
80% of the people had fans around there.
I have one in my backpack.
If you're just joining us, we have
Georgia had.
we're coming to
Yeah.
the Marky Mark Storytime segment.
Yes, we are. When everything calms down and Mark can tell his great stories. He's actually defending us right now, telling the rest of the table that we're not purposely turning the AC off, which is what some people say.
You remember Lynn? Yeah. 2-4 Lynn, older guy? Yeah, he passed away like a couple of days ago. Really nice older gentleman. Who
Wow.
played.
Jimbo Slice laying down an AJ. I find that surprising,
Over here for years and years.
considering how long I've known him.
4 and straight 2.
Yeah.
Really nice guy.
And, well, with 2 ladies at the same time, you know Buddy's in.
Buddy.
Yeah. Terrible.
Appreciate that, Rose. Rose is right now vacation in the Bahamas. Hope the weather there is better than it is here. And she's watching now on YouTube, which is a great place to watch.
Yeah, he was. You'd sit down, he'd just throw you like $50. You'd be like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "There you go, bro."
I don't get suspended.
All right, to the flop we go with 3 players and Marky Mark.
Check. Check.
Wow.
75.
And Alan is going to slow play his flop to nut straight.
What was the guy who used to write the check? He'd be like in his 90s and passed away last week. The guy used to play 1, 2.
And it says, well, gee, I guess I call. We'll raise an action, see if he can milk this a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
The only one, yeah.
They do that?
For him, yeah.
Deuce doesn't help Alan, or doesn't help Buddy at all.
Buddy.
But again, we don't know what Marky Mark has. But at this point, the best he can have is another king-queen for a job.
Pete was saying happy birthday to him one year, Pete passed too, and had like a little chocolate cupcake with a birthday candle. It's like 98, the guy.
Oh, I think Jimmy's talking about the gentleman that was in his 90s that was a regular player. I believe I was there when they sang happy birthday to him in the poker room. That's a shame.
How about Shelly? He could play for 3 days straight, no sleep.
Finally a big bet from Alan. Marky Mark's really thinking about this against the nut hand. I'm very curious as to what he had there.
And we'll never know.
It would be really weird for you to have it there.
Oh, I'm sure we'll find out next next Marky Mark story time. He may
said-
tell us.
Yeah, he's talking about. He said he had pocket eights. I don't. He's looking up at the camera. I don't believe him.
I mean, I'm blocking all bottom.
Poker player, speak a mistruth.
Yeah.
Harumph, I say,
Not
good
not
sir.
Marky Mark though.
Only hand
Yeah,
ever
let's-
give a shit. Just because does Alan ever bluff? That would answer that question.
He has bluffed. I've seen it
We'll
once.
find out.
Yeah, he
find
bluffed.
out.
He bluffed with the best hand.
He did. Hand they give a shit about.
10 minutes in, huh?
Ever.
I'm sure he could beat pocket eights.
All right, we got a $10 straddle.
He could beat pocket eights. Not just beat, and to commit a hate crime against pocket eights.
If we're gonna straddle, try to get it out before the cards, just that way they plug it into the system.
Thanks, Brian, for helping us out on the table.
Yeah.
Not only
He slid
dealing-
Marky Mark's hand over again?
He's not only babysitting the Moon Boy and Marky Mark and the rest of them, he's also got to tell them to put their cards in the box.
Sit there. Tough spot. No clubs.
All right,
No, I club.
we got some aces out there. Pocket rockets from George.
Option. Nice.
Bruce is in with trays.
Going up.
Moves like three face cards as well as a couple of clubs.
60. We're going more up.
And
215. It could be 215.
It's like, oh, I'm gonna make a good play because like.
And George says, if I can't raise with pocket aces, what can I raise with?
That's the truth.
215.
215 now.
That was gross, bro. I'm sitting there thinking.
Jimbo slice. Wow.
He had like one of the last.
Don't know what he had, but it wasn't worth 215.
And move all in. That's the plan. We're gonna try to do that.
Not only does George have aces, this is actually a pretty good high-low hand as well with the 2 low cards. Or the 3 low cards, right? But we're not playing high-low. And I don't want to add to the confusion.
Yeah.
I don't want to. All right, cool.
All right, to the flop they go.
Even though sometimes, you know, the help is definitely appreciated. That's for sure. Yeah.
And, well,
Okay.
not much help to either player.
Nobody. All alone. I don't know if I should go home with that. Somebody there. 465.
Moof did pick up a pair of jacks, but he still trails the aces.
All right, looks like we're all in for 490.
George all in. Seat
Says,
9.
hey, you beat aces, you beat aces. Let's see him.
Whatever you. I don't care. Okay. Okay. We're going twice.
All right, turning river 2 times. 8, no help to either player. Excuse me. If the 8 was a heart. And instead of 3 aces, or pocket aces, he picks up the nut flush.
All right, so you got the flush on the top.
And on the bottom, the aces are enough.
Yep. What is it? 490.
Bruce Jr.
Appreciate it.
One thing we are missing today, right here on this show, is that young lady right there. That's Rose. She'll be back on the show next week, and I think she's, from now on, like she said last night, going to schedule all her vacations to make sure that she's here for her Saturday show, because this is Rose's Table. The weirdest thing was talking about this show on Facebook and putting it on Twitter and Instagram and not calling it Rose's Table.
Right. Well, it's still Rose's Table.
Yeah.
I mean, she's with us in spirit and in the chat room.
Yeah, exactly. Carmezzi's saying, why run it twice? I never understood it. Most people that we ask about that, most of the conservative people that we have on the show are always asking the same thing.
Hold on. He must be talking
Like
about
I said, it means more draws, more possibilities. If you're behind and the action's complete and you see how far behind you are, it could behoove you to run it twice to give you more outs to hit a catch-up card, to at least chop the pot. If you're ahead, I couldn't tell you why they do it because it makes no sense to me.
They're just talking.
Oh, it's great. It's great.
They were just talking. It was 15 minutes ago that Moon Boy lost that hand to Moofy and was cussing and hitting the table. So that's what they were just listening to. That's what happens when the commentators and the table are just between one thin curtain.
How's one of his hands?
Rose says, Matt, you were doing a great job. I think he is too.
Oh, that's sweet. Well, it makes me guilty that I ate the cookie that was for her that Bruce brought in.
Well,
so,
I
sorry,
mean,
Rose.
Yeah, Rose, Matt ate your cookie.
Yeah, I ate the cookie. Well, one of them. I still got the healthier.
Well, let's save it
cranberry,
for Rose then.
raisin, oatmeal, whatever it is.
Please save it for Rose. She'll be here next Saturday.
It'll still be good.
Yeah.
Right? Cookies keep.
How'd that work for you last week?
I didn't make a lot of pay.
All right. Back in.
All right. So, anything on the side will be live.
All right. Running it once this time. For now, at least with the dry side pot. Not a lot going on here with this side pot. A lot of draws, but 2 pair for Tommy.
Okay.
But Moof just hit.
Show me something.
Hit 2 pair, jacks and
I don't
eights.
know why you're calling with that.
Jacks and eights.
What do you
We're
mean?
chopping it up.
Oh yeah. My clubs are good.
Couple of jack eights. They're gonna chop
Jack
that
or
one.
club draw.
Should have seen that.
Yeah, Omaha can get weird.
But what my dream is someday, Tommy's on the show every Saturday, someday to get Grandma to come here. Somehow get Grandma to either come on the show or have her on the phone. When he starts, cussing and stuff and starts drinking. Have her just pop right out of the curtain.
I say, just
Wouldn't that
maybe
be fun?
whap him with a purse or something.
Yeah, hit him with like a newspaper.
Say, watch your language.
Wouldn't that be funny?
Oh, I think it would be hilarious, but
Can I get it
that's
in
just
like an adult class?
Or you don't act adult.
Run down the cast of characters today. We got a dealer. That's the Brooklyn B-Man. That is Brian Gelron. Seat 1, that's Mark Rakoff. He goes by many names on this show, including Mark Accidental Discharge. And seat 2, that's Carlito's Way. Seat 3 is Cam. Seat 4 is Alan. He's the limo guy. He's also a driver. And today he's limo guy 1000. 5 is Jimbo Slice. 6 is the good Dr. Bruce. 7 is Moofy. The 8 is Moon Boy. That's Tommy. Seat 9 is George. And seat 10, Buddy.
Yeah.
Oh, you didn't.
I did, but
Marky Mark.
It's crazy.
Folding that one.
Too, that like kind of like when I put it in.
Still getting used to the Saturday Omaha game. I keep looking for Paddock Jerry out there, but he doesn't play this game, does he?
No, he does. He
does?
actually is usually a regular on Saturday afternoon. Maybe he's not here because Rose is not here.
Yeah. And again, Cam with the 2 ladies.
Cool story, bro.
That hand makes me.
Hey, Noah said to hit exclamation bad beat. Today's Hold'em jackpot is currently almost 10,000 less than it actually is. So,
Right,
Yeah, we haven't updated that. What did Jacob send out the email earlier today?
Yeah, I was this morning as I was dealing. I'm like, no, it's more than that.
Bad beat is right now at 383,966.
Right.
Actually, no.
383,966.
Rose, I know you're watching. Put Alan Bluff in there. Let us know.
Can we get her a mic so she could just?
I'm not sure that would help. The players are calling for Rose to get a mic as well and commentate on there, but she only has 3G out there in the Bahamas, so I'm not sure that'll help.
Like a little TV, like right back there in the TV.
See, they're looking to replace me already.
I see that. Well, when Rose came on and said, you're doing a great job, I think Noah came on and put a face, and so did that tall Josh, said, hey now. Yeah, Rose is definitely listening. She's found the way to watch. The easiest way is to go on YouTube. So if you, like Rose, if you don't have a lot of bars on your phone, or you're in another place like the Bahamas and you only have 3G, the easiest way to watch is go to YouTube, search PBKC Poker.
I just don't feel like running down there at 1 o'clock.
You're never gonna get in on the night one.
All right, a lot of pocket pairs and suited cards this hand, but nobody really hit much. The good doctor's in the lead with a pair of 10s, as well as a gut shot straight draw, as well as a flush draw. And the good doctor, he has the ace high flush and he's a big favorite, and he has a gut shot straight flush draw. favorite as he is, there are a lot of pocket pairs out there, as well as a pair of fives. So a lot of boat possibilities. The ace-high flush is strong, but it is not unbeatable.
Many times, absolutely. Absolutely. Right now, I'm 20th from the last, 20 from last. Yeah.
Cam's got a set of fives.
Yeah.
Queen or a 9 on the river would give him the full house. And there it is, a 9 on the river, and Cam's boat has sunk the good doctor's flush.
Oh, sorry, Doc.
And the doc knew too. Full house is good, he says, before he even saw the cards.
Folded nines.
Diamonds and spades.
I'm going to give you this, and I'm going to keep this.
And for at least the second time in the show, the good doctor goes to the wallet.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Hopefully his practice has been lucrative.
Thanks, sir.
You know, I never found out what I understand he's formerly a doctor, retired. Is that right?
Retired, I want to say radiologist.
Yeah. What kind of radio? Okay. I was like, what kind of doctor?
Yeah, when he first filled out an info sheet, the first time we had him on the show, on one of these Saturdays with Rose's show, he told us the correct information. By the second show, after we'd made fun of him about his flip phone and being old-fashioned, not playing a lot of hands, and by the next show, the info sheet drastically changed.
I'm sure.
We're talking about that big
I know. You just isolate that, and you can use it whenever you need.
They have that on the keyboard. Down, like
Right.
when they have Joe coming down the door. Joe, Glass Joe.
Came out and Bruce is in there. I'm like, Bruce has got clubs.
Yeah. When he called, I was like,
$5 make it holler.
Make it holler.
Yeah, Joe's never gonna live freaking out.
Contrary to popular belief, $5 will not make you
He
holla.
thought he was done. He came at me.
It is entirely optional.
I'm got here.
Marky Mark's telling the story about how Glass Joe accidentally
He just like
tried to push the door open with his foot and broke the door.
No.
That's a
Oh,
story
that was him?
He's never going to live it down.
No, nor should he.
They looked at it and they said, no, he didn't, they said it was like one of these things, he just hit it in the right spot or pushed it in the right spot and it cracked.
I just don't know.
All right, George is the favorite after that flop. He's got two pair.
Right. Got lucky.
But there are 3 mystery hands out there.
How much of the card reading tables, I think, this is from Gorilla Gaming, and it's, we got cameras with it, the table and everything like that. Don't quote me, but it's probably over 50 grand, something like that. I don't know exactly how much. Maybe Noah could, or Josh could answer that question better. Maybe they don't want to answer that question, but I'd say a nice sum of money. I'd say probably 50K, 40K, something like that.
All right, 9 on the turn is giving Jimbo Slice the straight. Oh, and the king makes a higher straight. We could not see Allen's cards, but it looks like they have the same hand.
Saved by the bell.
The king high straight, yes, the king on the river saved it. That's where the having to play 2 cards in your whole card comes in handy, because for Allen, you have to play. So with that board, with a king, jack, queen, 9 on the board, just a 10 is not enough. You would have to have a card that matches the board.
Yeah.
So both players weren't using all the community cards. They had 10 and a piece for the straight, and that's why they're chopping that one.
Nice.
Whereas in Hold'em, you would just need a 10. It wouldn't matter what your other card
Exactly.
Yeah. I wasn't going to ignore him.
How were your families at?
All right, so this is a tradition here with the Omaha game, the bomb pot when they switch dealers. This is the first one we've seen today.
Cornbread Ron's back. Everybody on this show, most of the dealers you see are also either producers on the show. They'll come on and talk on the broadcast. Cornbread Ron's now one of our producers also. Last night, I think he was in the booth last night, or I know he's in the booth on Thursday. Matt's also done work in the production studio too, so. Jack of all trades Guys like Matt Fagan, Wes, Josh,
Drive home after you bubble first.
Noah.
Easy. Nobody's on the road at 4 o'clock in the morning.
Check.
All right, with this bomb pot, cards are coming in now. And wow, that flop not doing much for a lot of people.
Check. No check, all in.
Sorry.
And Moof has gone all in. He's got the high pair and the top kicker. But no pairs and a rainbow board.
140. 140.
And it'll be 140 bucks to see the next one. To Marky Mark. He does have a straight draw here. A gut shot straight draw, that is.
Don't be that guy.
And nope, not going to chase it.
Oh, dude, I'm in great shape.
You
Oh,
I'm in great shape.
Oh, I'm in great shape. Oh, you're fucking. You're fucking.
Apparently Tommy's in
No way.
great shape.
2 times?
There's no way you can.
And running it twice yet again.
That's not good.
It's really fun with Moofy and Tommy go head to head.
No way. buddy.
So not in as good a shape as he thought.
No way.
And it's another chop.
You're too overconfident, young son. Grasshopper.
Oh, I misspoke. The river was a king. It is a boat.
Look at the heart.
So
King on the turn.
bust out the Totitos because that is a scoop.
Oh, Tommy buck.
Hey, on that walk
This is where we miss Rose the most. Yeah.
Oh wow! I'm just picturing or imagining the roasting going on right now.
Oh, yeah.
If Miss Rose was at the table, she wouldn't even have to be in the hand either.
No, the thing is, like, when Rose is at the table, she's not just the head of the table. She's also the babysitter. She's going to keep the youngster in his place.
I can just imagine directing that kind of language at her, how well that would go.
You got to go that direction.
I said he wouldn't talk that way to Miss Rose, would he? I'm like, oh, he would. Once.
$5. Call.
He didn't even want to straddle his button.
Wow. No, he's been straddling.
Oh, are they straddle shaming again?
Like that straddle shaming.
Straddle shaming.
That's
You
nice.
don't straddle. What?
Buddy, I know this tilts you. Why
Be your own person, kids. Don't give in to peer pressure.
25.
Smooth 25.
All right, we need to get that memo to Ron to kind of slide Marky Mark's cards into the box like Brian was doing.
He doesn't know what's been happening, I guess.
Now we got Marky Mark's cards.
Go.
All right, those ace king cards really look great. Too bad they're spread out all over the table.
Yeah.
6 players, guys.
And got a couple of flush draws out here,
3 card.
but they all check around. Apparently nobody likes it.
Check. Check out.
Nice hand, Mark. See what we can do.
George with his ace king high flush, just chilling. He says, you know what? I'm going to let somebody else drive the action. Like Jimbo and his unknown hand.
40. 40's called.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, now it's going to get out of the way.
Checks in the dark.
It's like fighting in the salt.
Mary, I don't need it now, but whenever you come down again, bottle of water.
Ooh.
No, please don't.
And Jimbo's cards come in late on the card reader. And there's a saying in poker, there's nothing worse than drawing dead and getting there. And Jimbo made a 6-high straight, but useless against the ace-high flush.
You tuned in at all last night, Matt. Some great commentating from Mike Bernier, I believe he's still in the chat room. Last night's show, I have to admit, didn't get off to the greatest start. We had some technical problems here and there, which just, it happens sometimes. But we have a great staff and great producers that get us through. Last night's show was probably the most action-filled show we've ever had on here, and that was featuring Sir Potts a lot, a.k.a. Sean.
Right.
What a great show. That's probably why it has already 500 views on Twitch alone. So go back and watch last night's show. What a fun-filled show that was.
This is my favorite ace.
Ooh.
Punishment for.
As a dealer, that's bad.
This is a restraddle on 80.
Yeah, an accidental exposure of a card means it becomes the burn card to the flop, and it's an ace of spades.
Wow.
That Moon Boy lost out on. So as a dealer, I mean, you don't ever want to do that, but if you do, you hope it's like a 3 or a 4 or something.
Course, yeah.
But for some reason, it's usually an ace.
Is that how it works usually?
Yeah, it's.
It is what you see.
It's 80.
No, I know.
Okay.
You look so guy. What the fuck is going on?
And that's how I feel.
You should have been here. You should have been here last week. With Jordan. Trying to get back to even. 3K pre-flop.
Yeah, he got me in a gross one.
Hey, Jordan hasn't been on the show this week. Jordan, if you're listening, hope to get you back on the live stream soon. He always makes it more fun, and also with his great nicknames like Sports and Aspen and Sotnober.
He had your number. He had your number and then gave it away to everyone else.
4 players.
Downstairs.
I got even downstairs.
All right, to the flop they go, and a little something for everybody. Some straight draws, some. Moves got himself the pair of 10s with an ace, and a lot of hearts, or 2 pair rather.
Full. Full.
Jimbo goes all in, but only Cam calls with his mystery hand, and they're going to run it twice. So we'll see what Cam has in a moment. And pocket queens. Not that I'd be keeping track, but that's the 4th time he's had pocket queens this session.
Nice.
The ladies seem to love Cam.
Straddle and restraddle hand was fun. No straddle this hand.
No, there is. See someone do it.
There it is.
Get the 10-20 going.
Yeah, there's a no straddle this hand. And as if to coax a straddle out of somebody, and there it is, under the gun straddle.
Just don't do it like every fucking time.
Not every time, but you know, it's good for the game.
You were
40?
Oh, you do 20, you do 40. Help.
I'm trying to help
Alright,
the stream
$10
out.
straddle,
Newsflash just
$20
flashed across my desk, but then I remembered I'm on the wrong show. I am no longer guest starring on Renary and ZMAC.
Yeah, no.
Why you feel you're working one up?
No, I'm really.
That would be for that show. All right, Alan looks at a lot of hearts and doesn't like them. So he will fold that all the way around to Moon Boy,
Raise.
who really likes what he sees.
Oh, because the way to resolve it, yeah.
80.
Yeah, that
80 to play.
I told my brother, older brother, like that crap. I stopped drinking soda.
George is in with a couple of 10s as well as some suited cards.
large ones
This time Marky Mark has the ladies.
like that.
In Carlito's way, well, we're not sure. Cam is looking at 3 of a kind in your hand. And yes, folds immediately. I wish I was as smart as Cam the first time I played Omaha, because I played 3 7s in my hand like it was the best hand ever and got smoked. Flopped a 7 and thought I had quads.
Different ways of getting them out.
It's just calcium.
Yeah, different types of, you know, material. But
175.
I can talk about it, but it would be disgusting. So
Yeah.
Like you've seen like a baseball. Like
well,
Right.
you know, when the kidney might
Like
be
you
this
could
big
throw
or
it.
so. And
Marky Mark might like his pocket queens, but George has one of his outs.
Just look up Staghorn calculus.
no, I'm good.
No, I'm saying if you want to see a picture of it.
Oh, okay.
And with his 7, 9, 10 jack that Tommy has, he is all around that flop.
Heads up action. Like a stagborn current.
Hit all kinds of outs for a straight, but not this time. Still with his flush draw, though.
Winner.
Nope, the Moon Boy ain't having it. So Carlito, with his way, turns over a king. For a set at least. Perhaps Carlito's way is his way of hiding the cards from the card reader.
Is that his way?
It might be. It's been a while since I've been able to get a hand off of his seat.
Alan, just a 20 ball, just this once for the kids.
For the stream? For the kids at home watching the stream? Don't be bullied by him, man.
For grandma?
You said he'll call blind for 10.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, you can do that.
I just don't appreciate the value of money.
You call blind for 10, I call blind for 10, and then there's you guys can do it.
The table talk is saying Moon Boy's grandmother might indeed be watching the stream. So
Oh no, Moon Boy's grandma is a regular watcher on Saturday afternoons.
Well, Moon Boy might be in trouble next time he sees his grandma.
I think he tells her there's no audio and there's no sound. I think that's what he tells her.
No ice cream for you, young man.
Exactly.
That looks really good. It's really tough. He's been working on that for weeks.
Call. Fold. Fold.
Most of the time, like I have mine at the start, I respect.
Call.
A couple of ace queens out
Call.
there. No raising yet. But he's just going to call with his pocket pair. Marky Mark is double suited with an ace queen.
65 to go.
65. I never worked for so little, except once. And that was a very noble cause.
What's the craziest thing you've seen on
So,
this?
3 ace queens. Those are really great cards to look at in Omaha. And if they knew that
This is
everybody else had them, they would look less good.
This will be a good one. Moofy just asked
Off their deck.
the doc what's the craziest thing he's ever seen on an X-ray.
Like what?
He asked me what's the craziest thing I've seen on X-ray.
Like a straw? Or like what's
pen.
Well, between Tommy, Jimbo, and Marky Mark, they have each other's outs basically. So Buddy with his pair of jacks with a big lead in this hand.
That's not a pretty.
It's also got a gut shot straight draw.
It's a catheter, pretty much, you know?
Oh yeah, for sure. Hard way. That's just a catheter, bro.
Check.
People
think of it like
swallow
that,
them.
you know?
People swallow
All right, Tommy's got a couple of diamonds.
Coins.
So he just picked up an ace-high flush draw.
Check.
It's still Buddy in the lead with his 2 pair, jacks and 7s.
You ever see any live animals?
I don't know. I did not see any live animals.
No gerbils?
Oh God!
Oh,
Jesus
no.
I mean, I saw that in a teaching file, but not. It never actually came across.
You never showed up at your door.
Well, Tommy bets big and he wins big.
Someone tried to sneak a gun in once, and they did it, you know, and all of a sudden I saw the gun.
In the movie Jackass, the guy takes a matchbox card and takes that, right?
Oh, that's true.
Thank you. $10 straddle.
That was
Woo,
fun. I was
get in there,
talking
huh?
that maybe we'll have to make that a weekly
I'll
segment.
root for you.
Asking Dr. Bruce about fun X-rays. Maybe you could bring him in too if he still has any sitting around.
Uh-oh.
He's talking about all the stuff he's seen inside people.
Yeah, that's
said pens and a bunch of other
that's
things.
yeah, that could be a
Jesus.
touchy subject. The doctors weren't actually allowed to tell the rest of us that when I worked at the hospital. But since the good doctor's retired now,
Yeah,
he's free to share.
He can say anything he wants.
Exactly. All right, we got the button straddle this time around.
Raise.
Before we even see any action, it's
$80
$80 to go.
1 and 2 is always been a bad spot.
Thanks to Brooklyn Bean Man, Brian Gelrod, for making sure everybody's putting their cards in the box.
And now we see that Carlito, with his way with his pocket aces, says, hey, if you want to suck out on this great starting hand, it's going to cost you some dough. Jimbo Slice with the ladies is going to call. Unfortunately, 2 other players also have a queen.
$1,000,000 to 1 shot, Doc. $1,000,000 to 1. That's a great Seinfeld reference right there.
There's just a lot of, unfortunately, there's a lot of mentally ill people out there.
No, I know that.
All right, there are no more queens for Jimbo to hit with his pocket pairs, but he does have a lot of clubs and some decent straight cards. So if he's going to come from behind and take this pot, that's going to be the way he does it.
That tall Josh is in the chat. He's talking about Fusilli Jerry. $1 million to one shot, $1 million to one.
All right, guys. One time, right?
All right, no running it twice this time. And to the flop they go, and an ace. An ace on the turn. Yep, and that'll do it.
No pair is not good.
No pairs not good.
Aces are winning.
What's that?
I know, right?
Jimbo did pick up a flush draw on that flop, but
Hey, appreciate it.
Just tuning in, we're here at PBKC, 1111 North Congress Avenue here in West Palm Beach, right across the street from the Palm Beach International Airport. We have 3 live shows a week, and those are shows that are set in the schedule. That's Thursday afternoon, 1 p.m. Eastern, Saturday afternoon, 1 p.m. Eastern, Friday night at 7 p.m. Eastern.
I'll tell you what I get.
And I don't know why I keep going Thursday, Saturday, then Friday, but I'm confusing myself. There go.
Well, I'm not here on Friday, so
70% for VPIP for Mark. He'll be very happy about that.
it's actually a little low for him, isn't it? 75, 80-ish.
Bruce is at a decent decent number 2, over 25%. That's awesome.
Call.
Any side bets this time?
Yeah, what's going on there?
On the VPIP from some of our coworkers?
No, everybody wants a high VPIP until they actually get in the game. Then they're like, okay.
Everybody's like, oh, how do you not see all these cards? I'm watching you guys fold.
Yeah.
Little different when you can't see what everybody else has, and it's your money in front of you.
I thought you were.
Wow, I've said it a lot on today's show, but man, the ladies are making their rounds.
They are.
A lot of pocket queens moving around the table. Seems almost like every other hand. Aces are all spread out, meaning they are no good.
I'm waiting for the punish first.
Wish I could do it today. Today does not seem to be that bad.
All right, guys. 5 players.
Some days are not that day.
Ooh, and Tommy has flopped a queen.
Checking.
Unfortunately, flopping a set, he is behind. Because all clubs, Jimbo and Bruce both have flushes. Jimbo higher with his jack high flush.
Tommy's buffering.
Pop. 370.
And Tommy is going to pot with the 3 ladies. He might suspect he's trailing to a flush here, but there are so many outs to boat up. Jimbo calls immediately with his jack high flush. The only question is now, once or twice?
2 times?
2 times, yep. Well, Jimbo's flush holds on the first board, and it holds on the second. Tommy cannot get the board to pair. So the flush
Take some medicine for
will get the set.
One of the days, you know what I mean?
to put the confidence
I'm
down.
still on the medicine too. I had to come this hand.
Jimbo agreed to run it twice
gotta be
after winning the
pessimist
first
about it.
board. And wow, that's got to be gut wrenching to
That's
get
very
extra
gracious.
outs
Yeah.
and not hit, and still not hit a paired card to the board for the full house.
Big Island? Money?
You want me to straddle?
I don't want to go to flat. I want to go 10, 20, 40, 80.
Right now we're at $10 straddle, $25 restraddle right here.
One time for the street. For the kids?
I mean, we had the 80 right. We did the 20, 40, 80, right?
Yeah, but that's not enough.
That's not enough?
Yeah.
We need one more?
20, 20, 40, 80? Ron
All right,
says?
that's a 50. I don't know.
For an
what
Omaha
that is,
game?
Wow.
No, as a dealer, I don't even want to think
I
about
just
the
didn't
math
know what
involved.
you're trying to do.
That's an adult strategy.
It seems like it's late. I almost
Especially if
feel
it gets
like
really
that's
aggressive. Pot, repot. I'm like,
a straddle? All right, 50 to go.
let me see if my phone has a calculator app.
Yeah, I doubt you're going to be able to pull out your phone right here on the table.
I mean, I can try.
Call.
I don't want you to try it.
It's like, you look like hard.
And then Allen is looking at aces against in front of a $50 raise. Jimbo is double suited, so he'll call. Good doctor lets fives go.
Don't do it like that. See your card.
All right, 5 players.
Look at your cards. I'm blocking anything. I'm not supposed to.
Shit.
I think that was Moofy just telling Moon Boy he can see his cards. It's really great.
Well, we can all see his cards.
Yeah.
Oh, you meant in real time at the table?
In real time
I
at the
see,
table,
I see, I
yes.
see what you did there. Okay.
Both.
All right, Cam's got the top pair. Yeah, those rainbow flops with no pairs on the board, it can make it tough to see where you are, especially when there's 4 or 5 players in
Heads
the
up
hand.
action.
Alright, I'm looking for the 4 or 5.
Rest of it.
All right, Cam, big favorite here with the top pair and the straight draw.
One's good.
Set of kings? Yeah.
So
one time?
No, twice.
Yeah, we
Alright, just let me know what you want to do.
All right, Cam wins the first board with K's and Trays.
Oh, that's me.
And Move hits a 6 on the river for the second board. That's going to be a chop.
One of the things we haven't talked a lot about on the show is 1 week from today is when we're giving away that seat to the big dog. So all you have to do, just like the story dude did, just come into the chat right here, hit exclamation enter. The longer you stay in here, the more you're involved, the more tickets you can get. And I think it's every 10 minutes you can go in there and get a ticket. So just if you're in the chat right here on Twitch, just hit exclamation enter and you'll accumulate up to 100 tickets. And next week on this show right here, playing some PLO with Rose's Table, we're going to give away 1 seat to the big dog. The big dog is a $500 buy-in, 50K guarantee multi-flight tournament that happens August 6th, 7th, and 8th with 2 flights on August 6th. That's a Friday. 2 flights on Saturday, August the 7th. And then day 2 will be Sunday, where we'll be live streaming the final table right here on Twitch and YouTube.
Come on! Can we get some action? Come on!
The biggest winner!
Come on, let's go! Let's go! Put the money.
Yeah, this is a real straddle domino effect. Effectively what they're doing from 5-10, double it to 20, then restraddle again 40, 80, and it looks like it's gone all the way to Marky Mark, who is straddling for 160.
Wow.
So just to even see a flop, it's going to cost you 160.
Wow.
This is perfect for him.
Getting expensive.
Does a dream $320 straddle?
Yeah, it'd be really awesome if he put his cards in the box and we could see what $160 blind gets you.
Oh. Now you're hating yourself.
There ever was a spot in straddle.
I'd like to take this moment to give my condolences to the producers up in the booth who
Yeah,
who have
exactly.
to set the graphics for this straddle.
Re.
Right. You'll forgive them if they're a smidge behind.
I know, right?
And Jimbo Slice with a double suited with a pocket pair says, not quite.
Nice hand, Bruce.
Oh my God, Bruce.
We've seen this with pocket aces and suited cards. I mean, you can't go in with that.
Yeah, good or bad news?
I believe he's all in for less than the amount.
The good
Or is it
doctor.
over? Nope, he's all in for over the top.
What's that?
This is the first time we ever met Bruce. His slogan was, "I only play aces."
Living up to it right now.
You know what? I'm not going to do it.
Full.
Not gonna do it.
Boring.
He's not gonna do it.
Okay, church lady.
Channeling his inner George
Oh
Bush.
no, that's George Bush. I was gonna say it was the same. It was the same actor, right?
They do sound alike,
They do.
and now I can never unhear that
Yeah.
since you said that.
You are the church lady. Thanks, Matt.
36, 915.
Dana Carvey's George Bush and Church Lady do sound very much alike.
They sure do.
That's a lot.
That's his first
That would have been your
straddle.
hand.
Okay, see what happens
That would have
when
been
you
your
make
hand.
a
Look how
straddle.
flexible it is. That's your hand. I bet.
I'm gonna take it from him.
Whatever you want with them.
Yeah.
Don't say that now.
See, as a dealer, that's a trap. When a player says, go ahead and take my cards, it's a trap. Don't do it ever.
No.
I mean,
I think you're definitely going to win.
I mean, what else? What other decision were you gonna make? You know what I mean?
There's not much.
Oh, it's a one-time deal here.
All right, Marky Mark with his rainbow whole hand. We still don't know what the limo guy has. It was good enough to call 160 pre-flop, but is it good enough?
Been a lot of fun.
Jimbo Slice trying to get a peek. Listen, if I don't get to see his hand, you don't get to see it, Jimbo.
No. 12, 15.
I think Doc's saying that if he doesn't win anything in this hand, he's out. Come on, Doc.
I mean, if you can't win with this starting hand, I mean, it's just not your day.
No.
I feel like that was all. You don't have no color?
And I know we've talked about it a couple of times. It's high only, but that's a great high-low hand.
It is.
that the good doctor has. High pocket pair, suited, block low cards.
So what? So which is it? I'm sorry.
You're fine. You're fine. You're fine. Chill out.
This way I don't think I hung so well.
13, 14, 15.
And Alan has to be wondering, at what point did he lose control here?
You pull over aces and it takes you this long.
Don't have ace. Do not have ace.
I'm just putting that out there.
I do not have ace. If I had
I think
ace,
you would have done one of these. Never know.
Mark, where's this? I'm going to have to hit the nuts. I mean,
You got,
it's
you're
totally
fine.
justice.
You're 100% going to win.
Well, according to my graphics, the good doctor is 58% chance to win,
Yeah.
not 100.
Oh, we still don't know what George and the driver have.
I have to think the driver has something really tasty here if he's taking this long to think about it with such a high bet.
All right, that's called. I am going to make the main pot. Okay.
twice on the side.
Aces are dead.
The good doctor shows the aces and an immediate claim that they are dead.
Oh, there's back door.
Two other players in the hand. Not hard to imagine they both have an ace.
Oh, this is a good one.
You can make two there with the other ones.
I could.
This is where Cornbread Ron has to put in the work.
I said everybody
main
get
pot is
comfy
the only
with
thing that has
4
been
all-ins.
I'm
The only thing I can say for Ron right now is thank God it's not high-low.
Yeah.
This is going to be a little over 300.
Because not only do you have to make all the side pots, you also have to divide them for the high and the low draw.
texting you. Like, good hand.
All right.
I was like, what? Good
Yeah.
hand. Which hand?
You all in for this? You all in for this and this?
Yeah,
You
about
two
15
guys?
minutes.
Yeah, I was
Let's
like,
figure that out afterwards. Two
Yeah.
full boards?
I feel like that. I feel like
Okay, so two
Full boards
Wow, here
here.
we go.
I'm looking at that diamond.
Hand of the day right here, guys.
And wow, the good doctor with his other cards has the nut flush draw, and he just hit it. He hit it hard.
Wow.
Oh,
Yeah, Bruce, turn your hand face down for me. Because we got 3 pots here.
and with the first board. And how about this second board? Oh,
Or
he
the way
flushed up
outside, right
again.
here.
Wow. It's nice to see things
And
go
he's got
your
to
way.
sit on it because he's not in the side pot.
Not even fucking one jack left. Fuck.
King.
3? No, that don't help.
All right, Alex, so you get this right here.
Thank you, sir.
3 help.
Yeah, you have 5?
All right, Mark, you're up.
All right, after that side pot gets sorted.
Fuck. 1 off.
So that's Bruce. That's me.
Okay, with 1 pot at a time, and a queen high flush on both boards. Wow,
So you
all
gotta
those
do
diamonds, and they both had high
beforehand,
diamonds, and they hit them.
You know,
Wow.
put your coat on, stand up.
Between 2 boards and their whole cards, I don't think there's any diamonds left in the deck.
Well,
They got all of them.
Well, the good doctor will be here for a while more.
I don't know.
Uh-huh.
I don't think so.
I'm trying to think.
And Marky Mark, where's Marky Mark?
Thank you. All right, guys, bomb pot time. You know, I kind of feel like that was
Where
the
is
bomb
Marky
pot.
Mark?
I don't know. I think he's stepped away.
Did he walk the skunk?
Maybe the skunk needs a walk.
Shaking.
Thanks. Good hand, Alan.
Thank you, sir.
You want to call, did you see what he had? I
Yeah, let's wait. I mean, it's probably got to be something low because everybody was high card.
No, that run out. That was something.
It was.
It's just thinking back to what Marky Mark said to the good doctor, aces are dead, and well, then that happened, and they were dead.
Yeah.
But it didn't seem to matter because all the diamonds in the world came out on that one. Good doctor and Alan both. Oh, they went to Jared, and they got all the diamonds.
What? No, I'm saying I started the hand with 1,500. Yeah, I think I started the hand with 1,500.
We lost the $1,000.
I lost 300 and picked up.
Oh, what was your hand? Queen 10.
Queen 10. Queens and Queen 10-6.
Queen 10-6.
Double suited.
We see our limo driver violating one of the core principles of poker, and that is you never count your money while you're sitting at the table.
Yeah.
There will be time enough for counting when the dealing's done.
Yeah, I've heard something about that. Did you just make that up?
No, well, it's something I heard.
That was really good.
It's like ancient poker wisdom.
Yes, it was.
That's what I was like, you were gambling. Apparently it worked out okay. The results on
You weren't worried about Bruce's chips. I was only.
No, I wasn't. I was worried about the side. I had double suited queens. I thought it was good.
I thought he had kings when he went all in. I had aces and boogies. Smashed it.
You won, that's all that matters.
Yeah.
I'm not playing no more bombs now.
200.
Yep.
Like 4 for 4.
Every bomb.
Yeah, we appear to have a mixed reaction to the bomb pod. They either love them or they hate them, and nobody wants to play with Alan on this one.
I don't even know if it's plus my 500. Alan, you got chip money?
There you go.
I got
Actually, I do.
6.
Yeah.
Tell you?
Yeah.
Push the button back. You're right.
You want red or you want green or what?
Whatever it is.
You would get upset at the table, Mark, but I have to tell you, if you not looking at your hand, if you had pulled out 2 kings, it might have actually hurt just a little bit.
I had kings, 3, 5. I had a lot of houses.
No, I'm just saying the way it all played
If
out.
it didn't hurt, you're playing the wrong game.
Barefoot, we haven't really decided that. I'm just gonna go out on a limb and say 2:30 or 3 o'clock next Saturday. Let's just say 3 o'clock, 3 p.m. next Saturday afternoon. We're going to pick the big dog winner. So 3 o'clock, 3 p.m. Eastern, 1 week from today, almost exactly 1 week from today, one of our lucky followers is going to win a big dog ticket.
$10. 25. $5. 50. Reed straddle.
I don't know if that was a good call by the numbers or not.
How you won? I said.
So straddle, free straddle. Because sometimes playing for just $5, it's just not enough to entice.
Yeah, yeah. Barefoot. It's next week. It's July 31st. We're not going to do it without Rose here. Also, she'll be on the show. She'll be back to her table next week, and we're going to do it live July 31st.
Yeah, we absolutely cannot do the drawing at Rose's game without Rose.
Oh no, she has to be there.
Yeah,
that's silly.
that made me.
Oh, Rose is watching. She just said nice hand.
Of course she's watching.
Oh no, it's 15 minutes ago.
Yeah.
It will be a nice thing. Alrighty.
No, she's gonna look at it and go, Alan, go for
That's
that.
okay.
Yeah, right? She's like, I'm proud of you. Give it 15
I
minutes.
had your same exact hand. Queen,
Yeah.
Queen, 10, 6, double suited
Yeah.
against the aces. 2 clubs came, but it great.
Good gamble, Alan.
Well, even at Peanut Island, as Rose taught us today, the best way to watch if you don't have a good internet connection on your phone or not a lot of bars is to just go to YouTube and watch it on YouTube. That's probably the easiest way to do so. So Barefoot, if you're at Peanut Island next week, just tune in to YouTube, search PBKC Poker, and watch the live stream, and you might be the one that wins that ticket to the big dog.
Two, 2, 3, 4.
And 9.
Actually, the days worked there pretty good because I sat downstairs. I was getting
And there comes in the late straddle.
the same guy who got me on the straight.
Raise.
So $5. Nope, it's 20.
Raise 20.
picking up pocket kings. That's fun.
Same guy who got the stream. Yeah, we're destroyed me downstairs again.
Yeah?
Jimbo is pocket trays.
One single black chip.
That's a lot. And I turned around and said,
I call 4 green.
Roof's got some suited connectors as well as a suited ace.
100.
I'm fine with
Get it out there.
$1,000
Yeah.
this afternoon.
I'll take that.
Jimbo's got one of Carlito's outs, however. That's probably why Carlito's odds aren't as quite as high as they normally would be.
Of like the 5s are going to be reds, greens are going to be 25s. Who standardized that?
Buddy flipped himself 2 pair here.
I like that around a lot of casinos.
Yeah,
I mean, it's
why?
pretty much standard.
Why?
I see white $100 chips.
150.
And this is something we talked about earlier. It's like when you have a flop like that, you got to get rid of the riffraff.
The bike has a white, like whitish blue.
It's flopping 2 pair, and they're not very high, so you have to be worried about flush draws here, high pocket pairs, you know, hitting a set. Maybe somebody's got a straight draw they hit on you. So better to end it here if you can.
Pumpkin?
They must have someone steal a shitload of them and they needed to redo them, so they can count for them all, or someone remade them. Someone tried doing something. They don't just automatically pull those out and say, hey, we're gonna redo our style on these.
Pete, you in a hand?
Yeah. No.
I was at the aisle when they made their big chips magnetic.
Thank you, Bruce.
Buddy's got himself a boat. Oh, 1 outer, or 2 outer, excuse me. No, it was a 1 outer because one of his kings was dead.
I think it was a Dills game.
It's 1 outer for the happy birthday boat. King's full.
For a while, they were running like a 2-2.
Boat over boats. Dun, 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 dun. You're going to need a bigger boat, buddy.
Buddy's not happy about that.
No, I was going to say, if you want to just mark it just like me.
Flop 2 pair, turn 9's full, and with only 1 card to help, Carlito hits it.
Yeah. All right.
Did I just got there?
Good king.
It always seems to be a king on the river.
And it was Mufu had folded that other, the case king.
Alright, it's the king 9 here.
That's right, it was kings full of 9s.
Tip mode is activated.
Hell yeah.
Restraddle 20.
Want a pot straddle?
All right.
Straddle, restraddle.
20 is the straddle.
You say tilt mode, I think money mode.
Aces and kings are holding up for this thing.
All right, Kim's going to be up first to play for 20. Let's see if he's got queens again.
You guys all like insane style.
20 bucks.
The 160 straddle.
Just like that.
Listen, I'm hanging out with you guys. I don't know what that says about me.
Call.
Doesn't take away from the fact that you're crazy. Okay.
Good doctor says that's not good enough.
I guess we do have an empty seat. I guess George has left a little while ago. Seat 9 is empty. Wonder if we'll fill that up anytime soon. Always get the Frog. Maybe he's still downstairs. That's what Frog did last night. Frog started out at the table, left for a couple hours, and came back at the end.
And that 9 just gave Buddy a straight.
Buddy.
Is 86. 4 diamonds in his hand. We're going to have a repeat of that earlier hand where all the diamonds came out. We don't know what Alan has at this point, and looks like we're not going to.
Nope, we'll never know.
How many midgets do you think you could beat up, Ryan?
What's that?
How many midgets do you think would it take to like overpower you?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, like if you
Brooklyn
had,
Bryce should
I
answer
can
this question.
successfully fight this many.
This is a good question. I want to hear his answer.
Say like,
Very strong.
yeah, I was gonna say
very
3.
strong.
2 or 3.
3.
3 or 4?
I think I got 3. I think I got 3. Yeah.
I mean, you might be right.
The over-under's
I don't want to face
the
it.
line's 2.
Yeah, I don't want to face the fact that 2 midgets might take me
There's
out.
gonna be like
You
4
might have to
people
set
watching
something up.
this stream that'll be waiting down.
Yeah. But
Yeah, but are they looking for
It's like, do I get to pick his opponents?
Might be getting both of them.
straddle.
That's why there's 4.
Yeah. I'm gonna
Tag
go,
team
I'm gonna go ahead and
wrestling
say
coming
3 though.
I think 3. All right, yeah.
See, my dream on this show is to have like a setup.
I think
Okay,
I
so
can take one right out.
Cam's sitting there and he says, you know,
But I don't think
how
it'd be
many will
fair
it take to
fight
take
once.
you,
Like, I wouldn't
Brian?
just fight
And then
one.
Brian will be like, oh, it's 3, and like behind the curtain, 3 guys run out. And this,
Just 2 though, because he said he can take
Even if
3.
he fought 2 of them,
If 2 defeat him.
oh, of course.
I don't understand like their angles.
Call.
They're very top heavy. That's the only
I
way.
mean, it's gonna like. Wait, it's funny you mention it because I run a limo company. Renegades.
That's why I'm asking.
The show's taking a
Renegade,
turn. It really
Yeah.
has.
You have to lower
But
yourself.
it's
It's awkward, and
And we don't call him that on the show. We're gonna call him little
No,
people.
yeah, that's why I was like,
Little
well,
people,
maybe,
yeah.
maybe skip this question there, Brian. Might be good.
Brian's always up to answer a question like that.
No, that's why I'm asking that. 'Cause my girl works at Renegade. She's like, oh, we're doing midget wrestling. I was like, oh, is it like one dude fighting a bunch of midgets?
How long has she been at?
She was like, no.
How long has she
They
been
used to do midget wrestling, have like 20 of them there.
She's been a little over 2 years.
No, not long enough.
Yeah, they still call it that. That's why he's mentioning that, because that's what they still call it. But
The other question really is, how many
Meanwhile, Tommy flopped himself top 2 pair.
Midget take. Midget take 2 or 3 Jews. Something like that.
And for the love of all that is good, Buddy, how about Buddy with the ace-high straight draw?
we're seeing a side of the good doctor we've never seen before.
That's what I was telling her. I was like, yeah, you could talk to your
he's
man,
all
but you
around
could
it.
get, like one regular dude in there with 5 minutes. Like that's a pay-per-view event.
Well,
We have an all in. 5, 10.
And Buddy likes his draw. Any ace, jack, or 10 will give him
Okay, call.
the ace-high straight.
Going 2 times.
Solid. And they're going to run it twice. Tommy's got top 2 pair.
Your favorite raps.
Bingo.
And 9 no help, and deuce no help. I'm sorry, the 9 gave him the king high straight. And the bottom board is no help, so looks like Arnold Schwarzenegger. They're going to get to the chopper.
I was waiting for that. You haven't done that the entire show yet.
Well, in Omaha, and all of the running it twice, it's going to happen a lot. I'm
Yeah.
like, it's going to get really old quick, so I'm like, just save it.
See, I
Do
appreciate
it
that.
once. Yeah.
We did a full 2 hours before you used that.
Right.
I
I'm like,
really,
once is really great. I'm like,
I am
more
proud
than
of you.
that, yeah,
Honestly, I'm
yeah,
very
don't do it.
proud of you.
and I said, no, we got to do this right. This is what you mean.
Yep.
That little dealer, he didn't like me saying it at like all the different tables because he was pushing me.
Yeah.
So he's like next to me all day, and he's like, how many times are you going to keep saying that? And I said, as long as it keeps getting laughs. So,
You're a showman.
and I do it on, each new table,
Yeah.
so it was like a new crowd every
New
time.
crowd. Like, yeah, I got to work that new material.
All right, button straddle. 25. Yeah, I mean, the only reason why I say 3 anyways is because I might be able to take
I got a
one right
little
out.
fixated on that,
That's what I'm saying.
There's
on that
definitely
ace-high draw.
Brian's really thinking about this. There goes Marky Mark and
Listen,
Jimbo,
If
65%.
I don't take that one out, then yeah, two's gonna.
Bruce at 26%.
You are actually counting that all come, 1 at a time.
Yeah, I'm going to have to talk to Brian about this.
One time.
afterwards.
Exactly.
Well, because you want to know his opinion?
It's not, no, I mean, but how many things you take. It's not quantity, it's quality. Because he just said whatever number it was. And I said, what kind of training or combat experience they have.
Yeah, we have to know their background first.
Like if I handpick one, if I handpick him for that specific purpose, Brian's going to get his head handed to him.
One-on-one
Exactly.
versus a midget. Like right after another. Like you beat one's ass, they send a fresh one right out.
Oh, 10.
10?
10. Easy.
10?
Can we make this happen?
Actually, we can. His girlfriend works at Renegade.
Yeah. They do midget wrestling?
100. That's why he's asking.
Little people up in here.
Uh-oh, there's a frog sighting.
I was going to let you know. I don't care. I'll let the devil
No, let him come in. He already had to give up a seat.
That's true. That's true. All right, Eddie.
You don't want to miss out on this conversation.
All right, we got to re-raise.
Yeah, we
I
want to
mean,
know
I
what Frog
think I
thinks about the
really
little
do.
people fighting. Yeah.
Successfully.
Successfully.
I don't understand.
Yeah, that's the question of the day at the table. How many do you think Brian could take? I'm going with 2.
We don't can't
Sorry.
Okay, meanwhile, Buddy and Tommy are in it, both with pocket pair, both with a very low percentage, but he has blockers to both hands. He's got a queen and a 10, which will make it harder, which will make it much harder for Tommy or Buddy
He
to
came
hit
up
a
with this
set.
random question. We didn't.
And he's all in.
Oh, Eddie's confident.
Dealer said 3.
Eddie couldn't get up 5 pillows. He wants to go
45 is the same suit.
640.
Moof is in for 420
Take them all in
at
the
Pot
face
Limit
and they
Omaha.
come right up.
That's not really relevant to the hand. I just
We
think
don't
it's
even
funny.
know about it.
I need all your cards though.
640.
Don't be fooled with those. Yeah, man.
640.
I like showing them early. I like getting out of the way.
Yeah.
I don't like the sweat.
Give me 640 for my.
Let's hope they're done with this conversation, but I have a
Yeah.
feeling they're not. I really have a feeling they're not.
You guys can't see us, but we're visibly uncomfortable.
Well, it's, you know, certain wordage that it's being used that obviously is being still used in advertising that I don't totally agree with.
What's that?
No, remember what I said about running it twice. They're talking about running it twice, but if I move, I absolutely run it twice. I know I said I don't, but I'm like, this time I will. And he picked up a straight draw. He needs a 4 or a 9.
Oh, so many outs. What the fuck is
Nope.
that card?
It doesn't come. Well, it appears to be a.
What the fuck is that card?
It appears to be a king.
It was red. The fuck?
So Buddy's gonna take that first board.
I'm dead.
Ooh, and Buddy hits a 2-outer. Or
Buddy.
the 1-outer, because Moof had the case.
I could probably scoop.
Oh yeah, and very Buddy, very modestly. I probably scoop. No, you absolutely scoop.
Yeah, he's got queen, so. Yep. So he gets the side.
I get everything else.
You do?
Yeah. Okay. That. One time. That.
Yeah. Yep.
Bullshit.
There you go.
Cocksucker.
There you go.
I told you I needed your cards more straight.
You played it well, Lou.
Yeah, I'm tilted. I don't like that king on a river. I'm coming for my chips.
Some sportsmanship on display here.
10, 20, 20. Let's go. Pop, pop, pop. Let's go, straddle. Come on, wake up.
He's playing 1,000, eh? 1,000. Wake him up.
Here comes a new challenger.
If I give him ace.
They want this corner.
Joining the table and buying in, it is the Frog.
Oh, it's the Frog. That's one of our favorites.
That's all they're gonna wait
Yeah,
for.
exactly.
One of my favorite things about Frog, especially when they keep the camera on him, he'll just look through you. He just, oh man.
Yeah, you'll start to wonder when he looks at the camera, like, no, this isn't like two-way, right? He can't actually see us
No,
because it looks like he's
it's
looking
scary.
right at me.
It does. It honestly does.
Josh and I were talking about that when we were up in the booth. We're like, he can't see us, right?
No. Oh, he
Josh
can,
was like freaked out. He's like, you know what? I don't know.
oh, the Frog can see all.
You're potting 40. 240.
And the
I
Moo Boy
did
didn't
pot.
get enough
Call.
pot last time. He's doing it again.
I'm telling Grandma.
Let's talk about SPR. You want to talk about it?
Buddy with the two ladies. How do you not call it?
So, 120.
Marky Mark is double suited with an ace, a king, and a jack. So that is going to be worth it. That's worth a call. Carlito gets the hell out the way.
19 bet.
Gibbs got kings here. That's a and repots.
I got it.
I was gonna say, I hope Brian's math is strong. Pocket kings as well as some suited cards and an ace.
Is everyone awake now? Eddie gets here and then pop.
Hey, that's how it works. Frog shows up, everybody jumps.
It really is the fear of getting frogged, I think.
Wait, ace is right there.
Another pocket pair here. Allen's, he's got himself, he's double suited with a pocket pair and a king. That's a tough laydown, but
I got some nice hand to run down.
sometimes you have to let those pretty hands go.
I like my feet.
Run that shit. Send it.
You're not tilted.
Yeah, he's tilted, but
Full store, bro.
all of his outs are dead.
Nice hold.
This is like the end of Lord of the Rings when you're screaming, just let go. And he says, no, the hand is mine.
Well, it is if you're stuck. Hey, we don't talk about that.
He's used to stuff swinging in his face. He likes it though.
Eddie got a new wardrobe.
I got, yeah. This
That's
is
all-
like real.
That shirt last night was aggressive.
Yeah, it was sitting in my
Murphy says that shirt you were wearing last night was very aggressive. I like that. That's the way I like to describe somebody's attire.
All in.
Let's go.
We're across the street from the airport. Do you think we can get like one of those little bags like they have on the plane?
Yeah.
Because I think Buddy's going to legit be sick as soon as he sees these whole
Oh, I
cards.
think he's going to be very
I'll
happy.
forward it.
Which one did you show?
I'll forward the case, so that.
Timmy,
That would
Timmy,
cover.
tell me how you don't like this fucking hand right here.
Yeah, 515.
I mean, if I can't win with that, I'm going home.
Well,
Well, we might see you later, Marky Mark.
yeah.
515, 515.
We go twice.
I have no idea what Cam's holding on to.
So then,
He's in the main, so we go twice.
so I could do 2 full boards or 1?
No,
Was that it?
even Delta, you gotta do a flop.
Yeah. So after the flop. Okay.
One flop, 2.
Yep.
Frog with veto power says no 2 full boards, just turn and river.
No pair.
That Cam's hand a little bit, now it's back.
Oh!
Oh, and Marky Mark with the ace high flush
That's the funky
on
bunch.
the first board. And on the second,
You got a boat? You don't look like a boat face. That's not a boat face.
Come on, that's little king 10, dude. Come on, man.
No boat?
Shit, man. Show your fucking hand, man. How much you got? Show him fucking king 10. Really, dude?
I was doing top and bottom.
Yeah, sure. You got kings. Yeah, good job. I said that's a mark, man.
I didn't do it slow.
Yeah, Mark, you got the main, right?
I got something. That's all I fucking know.
No, we know you have the top.
gonna do the side pot first.
I only go once, so that's all we need.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
That's all we
Shocking.
need,
That's all
Bruce.
you need.
Shocking
You are correct.
stuff from Marky Mark, who said he would leave. And we're 15 minutes behind, and I'm shocked. And I knew the answer.
Yeah.
That's how shocking it was.
Of course.
Make one.
Make a boat.
Oh, yeah, that's right,
You're pocket sixes.
Yeah. 6, 6, 7. King.
Cool story, bro.
Yeah, I know.
1250.
I already tested my limits once. You know me, I'm probably not going to do it again.
You're locking it up, huh, Ellen?
No, but I'm sticking.
After the run out he hit, I wouldn't blame him for locking it up.
Table got pretty tense there.
Yeah, that's. The side pot was considerable on that one, and
I said 1250.
sometimes when players they perceive things, and it was I didn't really. I mean, Cam turned his hand up, and then Buddy turned his hand up, and it's tough to lose a hand like that, but.
Even grossest part is we're turning right over all these fucking aces and you got fucking kings. He's just
It's
sitting
easy
there
to say,
loving it.
oh, just turn your hand up, whatever happens,
They're
happens.
all
But there's a lot of money changing hands that hand.
There
so
was.
Timmy, it's all your fault.
It's tough when it comes like that.
This side of the table would like.
Whoa, Marky Mark with the glove save, Roberto Luongo style.
Randy just got chip blocked.
Yeah. Brian tried to slide the pot on the low stick side, and Marky Mark said, "No se por you."
Looked like Beezer on that one.
Yeah.
That's what running at once.
But yeah, that was the main pot that Marky Mark took down with the ace high flush.
Josh, if you're watching, we're gonna need that. We're gonna need that for the intro.
I just seen him replay the aces.
No se por you.
That was a glove save. Wouldn't you say that?
So I said a glove save.
Yeah.
That's what I said. He tried to shoot on the low stick side of the
I just
corner.
like
He just
that.
stretched
I like
the glove
that.
out and
I
says,
loved it.
"Nope."
Yeah, I loved it.
Anything to get out of hand.
I already tested the limits once with double serve.
Sneak Marky Mark into Panthers training camp, Willie Mays Hayes style.
Mark
with glove
Gonna
work
have
like
him.
that.
That's just another great nickname for Mark. Mark the goalie.
Not out of the blind. That's the one thing.
That's
they
no
said
double
no.
straddle. I'll 50 the button if you want.
He's saying double strata, but you won't even do it for him. Get out of here.
I have 300 now.
300 now.
No.
Y'all won actually, but y'all won't
That's
get
odd. We saw some straddle shaming earlier in the game, but there's a straddle this time, and yet it's still coming.
Call.
Very puzzling.
Call.
Good luck. This is
Okay.
a pot, 100%.
No.
It is a pot.
He's going
And now this is a good move by Buddy here. After the way the last hand went down, a lot of people might say that, oh, he's tilted and this is just you know, a tilt move, but he's suited and he's got aces. It's solid. I mean, the aces are dead, but he has no way of knowing that. But he does have some low cards, which are good for a straight, and he's got some hearts. So it's still a good drawing.
When I was talking to Josh, and he's still in the chat room, he goes, "The thing makes itself." It sure does.
And we'll see how many hands out there actually call that all in.
I know.
He was just waiting for it to get started.
And here comes Moon Boy. It's got pocket kings and hearts as well. And unfortunately for Buddy, Tommy's pocket or Moon Boy's pocket pair is still live.
What is it? It is going to be, what was it, 80, so 24, 30.
Carlito's got double paired. It's easy to focus on the aces and the kings, but queens and trays in his whole hand. And he did hit that one out earlier.
Oh, no.
320, 400, 430. Did you win last time? Yeah. That's good after?
Yeah, I mean,
Carlito with queens and trays.
I guess it was a little better earlier on, but
Thinking about it. And he's in.
back a fair amount, but he won back.
And the good doctor, well, he didn't like the diagnosis. He lays down his pocket jacks. So we've got aces, kings, and queens out there, as well as trays.
160 is going to come in.
I thought you were saying. We have a great game if everybody would participate.
Sorry for traffic.
I didn't even look at it. If you buy for 200, I'm gonna lose my money.
Might as well, because you might as well take two at a time, because that's what they're waiting for. What are we doing?
We're just seeing a flop.
All right, no, not running it twice, two full boards, a regular flop to start. All right, very generic board here. Nobody's got two diamonds.
Pretty sure it's all in. That's 9.
No, this is, no, that's 1, 11.
This is.
I feel like
Buddy's leading with his aces.
Yeah, so it's not.
He also has an inside straight draw, or gut shot straight draw rather.
He needs this. He really does.
Yeah. Needs a 4 to make that straight. Tommy's got one.
Like 20-ish.
What is it?
It's going to be like 1,000.
920, 920 to be exact.
Yeah. I agree. 2 and 3 got him.
It's going to be tough for Carlito to suck out this time. A 3 would make him a set. Unfortunately, it would give Tommy the straight.
Holy.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
Twice.
But it's an all-in and it's a call, and they're going to run it twice.
Yeah, twice.
2 times.
And Tommy picks up a king on the turn. So his set of
Tommy
kings is going to win that
boy.
first board. And on the second, Buddy has picked up the straight, and on the river, no help to anybody.
Some for Buddy on this one.
So on the right, so on the side, Tommy's going to get all of it with the kings. Or so the kings on top and the straight on the bottom. And
I'll let you know in a sec.
It's going to be like 12-ish.
Go ahead.
no, I'm sorry, I misspoke. A set of kings and just a pair of kings against the queens. He's going to scoop the side, and they're going. Tommy and Buddy are going to chop the main with the set of kings on top and the 6 high straight on the bottom.
1350. Yeah, you got this side also.
Wow, holy shit.
Good job. You don't even play your.
All right, I just put this here, yeah.
But yeah, I'm saying I looked at these two only, you know. First time I looked at these two. 6-3 bottom.
is why if you look at a dealer's stats about how many hands they can get out in a single down, it's the numbers are vastly different from Hold'em for this reason.
How many in Hold'em? How many hands can you deal in an hour?
Well, it's not measured by hours. It's measured in half hours.
Okay.
But there is variance there. It depends on what kind of game, how fast they're playing. If you've got a game where the betting is simple or structured and you know why everybody's there, i.e. to win the high hand, I might get 30 out in that half hour.
Oh, wow.
Just because everybody's, they're playing, quickly. They want to get through the hands. At a bigger stakes game where people are thinking about the moves they're making and how hot the pot is, that can slow you down. But typically, Hold'em is still pretty fast.
You got the hole, right?
But in Omaha, you might have to chop a pot, 2, 4, 6 ways, depending on what's happening. And that's before running it twice.
Whining is good strategy.
Brian, you want to play Mark's hand?
Mary, can I have another
So,
drink?
I mean, you might only get 10 hands out in a down.
Can I get, Mary, can I get a
That would have nothing to do with your actual speed.
Of course.
Thank you. And a bottle of water.
So
Luckily,
Ron's
Mark
back.
has stepped away for a second. Maybe the skunk needed a walk.
But it's bomb time.
Cornbread Ron's here.
These are fun.
They are.
I mean, they're fun for us because
For us, yeah.
we don't have to throw $25 in before we even get a card.
I also like to play. Like you said, he's that way.
Looks like Jimbo Slice might be getting serious. The shades are on now.
Are you a shades kind of guy at the poker table?
I am, but they're prescription, and I can't see.
Of course.
So I always wear glasses.
Yeah.
I'll sit down at a table, and players will ask me, "Oh, well, look at this guy sitting down with the shades like he's serious," and I'm like, "I'm just trying to see."
Yeah, exactly.
Second check.
And it might seem silly to some people to wear shades indoors, but I mean those lights over there. I mean,
Oh,
I've been
over
over
there.
there. It's
Oh,
all
for
like,
sure.
yeah, if I'm playing, give me my shades, absolutely.
Oh, no, for sure.
100.
Meanwhile, back in the hand, everybody's got a little something here.
Darien Poker came on. Shout out to Jim.
Interesting way to put it.
Yeah.
3 players, guys.
All right, turns at 10. Tommy's leading the way with 2 pair, aces and sixes. We don't know what Carlito has, but he also he's got the top pair with the top kicker.
500.
Sorry, also aces and sixes. Nope, but Carlito led out with a big bet, and we couldn't see his hand that time. And
Yeah, I'm in.
well, he got the 2 pair to fold.
Tammy?
I'm rich. I got kings. I held.
I had queens and threes.
I held.
So Moon Boy with chips. This should be interesting.
Got my dodging shoe.
Wow, Moon Boy's got quite a straddle ahead of him, doesn't he?
And no straddle this hand, guys.
Straddle and a re-straddle.
Is that 2040 or 2550?
2550.
Got it. 50
So
re-straddle over
a
here now.
re-straddle. It went from 10 to 25 to 50. And the Froggy's going to be the first to jump. If he likes it, and he looks down at double suited aces, king 8.
This is Eddie's pocket ace in case anyone.
Oh, full.
And he thought about it, and he just called. And they were like, "Oh,
Yeah, it's all trash.
if you think about just fold it," and I'm like, "No, I think he was thinking about how much to raise it to
Yeah.
before
Darien,
deciding
yeah,
to call
yeah,
it."
Jimmy is in the 5 seat. That's Jimbo Slice.
Roll. At least 3. Call. 330.
All right, Jimmy's in with a.
Call. Option.
He's in. Well, he's got a lot of heart. Let's just put it that way. With his suited ace-6, and to the flop they go. Moose got. He's got pocket kings, but he also picked up a straight draw there.
They're at a million right now. They'll have like another.
And he'll bet it.
I'll say another 300 tonight.
Lets the
They'll have
aces
like
go.
1.6. Maybe
Interesting.
1.7. Maybe.
They're back.
Yeah, will let middle pair go there. So
Yeah, we have a bird flying around the second floor poker room. That's always a fun sight.
and move shows the kings. I guess he figures they're going to see it anyway on the stream, so might as well just show them now.
Goofy's one of the people that was in here first in the chat room. So
Straddle on the button. That's up. Taking it back. 25 now to go. Yeah, I was announcing that, and the action changed. Yeah. Again, re-straddle.
And a re-straddle.
50 now.
25 to 50. So just
the button starts it because
so just
if
re-straddle.
no one throws the 10 out, you know, the ball doesn't roll down the hill. 50 to go. Fold.
Listen, don't play. Hey,
Keep going.
Seeing the money makes
Fold.
it more
Fold.
exciting for me to straddle.
Look at that. He's all changed.
Yeah, I'm happy when I win big pots.
Fold.
Oh man, it's the best feeling ever. I tell you that.
Right, with the 50.
Stop looking at your cards that way.
Yep.
I can see.
Sides 8s aren't good enough.
Me or him?
If he can see
yeah,
your
you
hand,
out.
that's
No, I know,
amazing.
no, I know.
That's amazing.
No, I didn't.
Mirrors up there.
All right, wow, that's a lot of diamonds Goofy's got. He's going to be disappointed when he sees how many diamonds are already gone.
Goofy was telling the driver, the limo guy, you could see his cards in his glasses. So.
Yeah, I said I wear shades. My shades are prescription, not reflective.
Exactly.
125.
That's an unfortunate card for Tommy on the turn, that 3. Moof's already got the higher 2 pair.
Y'all played it well.
Six on the river, so he went from aces and 4s to aces and 6s.
Not the first time these two gentlemen have gone head-to-head today.
Tommy betting 200 with his A tray. Does Moofy like aces and 6s enough to call? I mean, he's beaten by any kind of set. There's also a lot of straight cards out there with that board, so he might be thinking Moonboy hung out, and that 6 made him a straight.
Yeah. You don't jam my card.
Yeah, betting worse.
But he's going to call with his aces and 6s.
Oh, too fair.
I have better.
Oh, makes him show it and then burns him. Style points for Moofy. Moof wins brutality.
That's what you get.
Take my money, I spit on you.
I couldn't believe how ridiculous of a comment he made. So you deserve it.
So from the bad language to the drinking to the spitting now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tommy Boy's in trouble when he gets home.
Yeah, but neither one of them couldn't even raise one. I mean, you came up.
Quarter straddle. Make it 50 now.
Oh, the frog is feeling froggy. He jumps in with a 50 straddle, and I'm seeing looks like a blind all in. I don't know if it's considered a re-straddle or if it's just a blind all in to the straddle.
Yeah, 10, 20, 25, 50.
I know how. I know.
I'm talking
I
all
know
y'all.
numbers.
I'm talking all y'all.
This looks like a pocket.
Doesn't even look at his hand. It's actually it's a decent hand actually as well. A queen 10. You've got some suited. You've got some connecting cards for some straights. It's not too bad.
It's just an interesting move.
Marky Mark looking at some suited cards and some pocket 6s. Knowing his opponent hasn't looked at his hand yet, so.
Yeah. Yeah.
Where?
Twitch. Twitch or YouTube.
So a blind all in. This is something I don't think I've ever seen.
You do see it at some games. It's typically after a player's you know, had a bad run, and they figure, well, playing like strategic and thinking and, you know, analyzing the bets and trying to read the hands, it's not working. So why don't I just throw money at at the wall and see what sticks? Jimbo really thinking hard about these suited cards. King, Queen, Jack, 9. There's a lot you can do with that, but not this time.
Why, thank you, I am.
I think I heard one time there. They're going to run it. Buddy's
Yeah, Mark doesn't like to run it twice.
favorite. Doesn't really help. Buddy, yep. And then there you go. Buddy just picked up the check mark with the 2 pair, queens and 5s.
Oh, yeah. Buddy made sure to tell him we're only running this one
only
once.
one. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And just blocked that. He's like, twice? And Ron, but he's like, you know what, dealer, just put those cards back down.
Yeah, exactly.
And just pay me.
Yeah, good job. He needed that one. I'm happy for him.
Pay the man his money.
I think you're taking away valuable lessons. Nice bet, Mark.
Oh, look, it's 2 for 2. Oh, look. Nice bet.
So 1 week from now, 3 p.m. next Saturday, giving away a seat to the Big Dog. The Big Dog is now a multi-flight tournament. That's on Friday, August the 6th, 2 flights. Saturday, August the 7th, 2 flights. And then the final table, day 2, will be on Sunday, August the 8th, broadcast live right here on twitch.tv and YouTube. So click exclamation enter. Accumulate at least 100 tickets. Rose has been doing it all day. So is Barefoot, the Story Dude. Accumulate as many as you have, as many as you can, because that gives you a better chance of winning that 1 seat we're giving away to the Big Dog on next Saturday's show. I mean, the coolest thing in the world would be on Rose's show calling Rose the winner for that and telling her she's going to play in a tournament, because she doesn't usually play in the tournaments. I'm rooting for her, Venny, Boofy, Barefoot, all of our favorites in here. Mama Moo is in here too. I'm rooting for you also. I'd like to see one of our regulars in here win that ticket to the Big Dog. That would be great.
I'm asking what the number is. Thank you. I was asking what the number is.
I didn't know why you were shorting yourself.
155.
Thank you.
I don't know what I'm putting up to my
Okay. You used to get the
All right, a lot going on with this hand. Almost everybody's got an ace.
Forgive me. I want to know what the number is before I put money. The computer needs the correct inputs.
Probably dead.
Alan's got himself kings. Unfortunately for him, his kings are dead.
There,
Both the other kings were folded.
4 players.
Buddy's got pocket queens.
That'd be so much fun playing.
And the case ace pops up, giving 3 players a pair of aces.
The case ace.
The case ace, indeed.
Ace is on the case.
Yeah, I know. Like, he screwed himself. He had such a spot.
He did.
Move actually got the most of that flop with the 2 pair. But Buddy is showing a stronger percentage because of the ace-high flush draw.
That's how they really caught him.
There's a few.
He went back and yelled at the people.
So Moof is ahead right now, but Buddy's got the better drawing hand.
That looks like more.
That was the real, like, oh.
And Frog here.
Break your stack down, Eddie. What you got over here?
I mean, someone was bound to cheat those games. You know? It's honestly, it's probably honestly good for those games that someone cheated and like it came out like this. Like, you know?
Yeah, and after that flop, Alan's like, yeah, I've had about enough of these kings. Go ahead and take them.
Where was that at? Stones and Sacramento.
All right, I'm gonna put 295, guys. 295.
Good luck to me. I got no. What were you gonna say? I got a monster hand.
No more betting.
You have top set? No.
How many times?
I just want people to tell me. I don't want to.
But he's saying he's got a monster hand here.
Right. 6.
Very good.
No, A's and trays.
What? No. Frog goes down.
For the outside, guys.
Frog's good. Nice.
1-2 right here.
Wow, on this side pot.
Ace trick. All right. Ace 3 and ace 10.
Yeah, ace 3, and then aces and 9s with a 10.
Nice shot. All right. 3/4 ball for the kid.
Okay, so same hand on the bottom.
3/4 for you. You do the math.
But yeah, he's on the bottom. He's got aces and 9s with a queen. And on the top.
I like that.
Okay. Do it this way. All right.
I like
Something, yeah, they're going to chop that. But
Put Ron to work here.
yeah, that's. Yeah, you can make a lot more hands. You can make a lot more hands in Omaha with all the whole hands, but it is a lot more work, especially when you run it twice for the dealer.
We have a special guest here on the show. Just came in. He's been putting into work across the street.
All right, I just need to know.
Okay.
Did Frog fold queens?
No, not yet today.
Not
He's
yet?
only been on the show for about 30 minutes.
Oh, okay. So we'll just wait for it because he's going to fold a monster at some point here.
Yeah, he last night he started at the table, went downstairs, and came up at the end. But the Frog's always around.
Mike, the Kennel Club in Palm Beach County just gave away like 5 million backpacks.
Yeah, no, I shouted you guys out for being over there, and every time I saw it rain, I'm like, oh man. But you know, giving out backpacks, and I saw it was by grade, which I think was great.
Oh no, that's pretty awesome. And rain can't stop us from helping the kids,
Oh
Mike.
no way.
Thunder, lightning, rain, hail.
Yeah,
we're not stopping.
Who were you working with over there? I know we had a lot of employees and a lot of
everybody.
volunteers.
Well,
I think
the
it's
sheriff's
United
department.
Way.
Yeah, the sheriff's department and the firefighters, and they had tents set up with air conditioning and the whole game. It was pretty awesome, and they put it together and broke it down just as fast. It was a pretty amazing thing, and the volume of backpacks that were given out and children and the smiles, it was all pretty amazing. So we're excited about how that went, and I look forward to doing it again next year. It's my favorite charity event.
Oh, it is. The kids need it so much because they get a laundry list of stuff that they need each school year, and the teachers can't buy all the stuff. So it's great that we partnered with the Sheriff's Department, United Way, and a bunch of other charities to do that. And I, again, thank all the volunteers, including Noah, and some of our dealers, a lot of the people from PBKC that were over there the last couple of days in the heat and the rain, giving away those backpacks.
Cliff notes. What did I miss on Friday and today so far? Give me, what did I miss?
There's been some moments at the table today. They asked some inappropriate questions.
Okay.
Dr. Bruce was talking about the craziest things he's seen in X-rays.
Oh no!
Last night's show, if you caught that show with Mike Bernier on the show, it was actually the most action-packed show I think we've ever done on this line.
Really?
We had Sean on there who wanted to go by Sir Potsalai.
Okay.
And he was on there. Gerson was on there.
Slinky?
Yeah, I mean, so many greats were on there. Yeah, Slinky was on there.
And was Slinky doing the I play every single hand?
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh no, it was amazing. You know, and you had Bill Dozer, you had Big Rye, you know, all the usual suspects all together on a Friday night. It was one of the most action-packed shows we've had on this channel.
No pair. I can't see any pairs.
That goes in and out. You know, our producers are doing a fantastic job. After what happened with the power just going out on Thursday, we kind of expect we're going to have
Cut the
issues
stream
here and
short
there.
a little bit, yeah.
Yeah, Josh and I were on the show on Thursday, and we're talking one moment, and then the lights are out the next. So.
Tommy, you want to fight or you don't want to fight?
No straddle this hand.
Tommy?
So I gotta say, Mike. So I was in the poker community recently,
okay,
and people are talking about this game specifically.
This Saturday game.
This game specifically, saying, is it even real? What happens there? And I try to tell them, I said, this is real. This is what they do, and it's every day, and that's how they play, and that's the game. The next question is, how do I get in there?
Of course.
So I'm going to mention it to Rose. I got a couple seats reserved for a couple new players. One at a time we'll do. We'll introduce them to the room and get them in the game. But people are excited, not only because it's on the stream, but just the texture of the game. They're super excited.
We've had at least 3 new players on today. Frog took the seat of a gentleman named George who was on here. His first time Carlito's Way has been on, and Cam also. So people really want to get into this game. Rose obviously isn't here today. She's still in the Bahamas, but she's watching us on YouTube right now. So shout out to Rose again. And again, next Saturday on the show, on Rose's table, we'll be giving away that seat to the big dog.
I think it's changing now. 6:30. 6:30 is the bet.
How much you got behind? No fucking respect.
Eddie, move your hand.
4, 5, 6. Sharks chomping.
How's Jimbo Slice doing today?
Jimbo's doing pretty well. It's not showing in his chips, but some of the greatest things about today were
6:30 all day right now.
there was a chip chop, and Brian's pushing the chips over to, I think it was Carlito or Cam, and those were Mark's, and Mark reached out his hand like Van Beesbrook. Oh, it was the greatest. It really was. So many great moments in the last 3 days. I mean, it's been some fun times, and having different commentators, I think, is the spice of life on this show too. Having Josh, having Mike last night, and having super fan Matt today. It's been fun. It really has.
There's one more.
2 times?
Wow, so Frog's in there. We don't see Frog's hand. It has something to do with ace, ace, king, king. Oh, queen, queen. Could it be, Mike? Could he make quad queens?
Let's hope so. I'm a Frog
Do
fan.
it. He has ace, ace, Mike. Guaranteed. What is it? Help us.
No, I only run it once.
What is this? What is it?
Moofy's trying to show us right now.
I think it was kings. It might have been kings.
Moon Boy's been, because of
King, queen.
Because of Rose not being here to babysit today. Moon Boy's.
Is he out of control?
Oh, he's been out of control.
Grandma watching?
Grandma's watching. She's not going to be
no.
very happy. The language, the drinking, the spitting, everything.
Spitting?
Oh, it was an accident, but still.
I heard something about furniture. Was he side tables? Was he lashing out at all?
No, we had one point we did call him Little Newman. So.
Oh no, where is Newman?
I don't know. He hasn't been on the show. Maybe he got tired of it, but he hasn't been on the show in at least a good 3 weeks. It's like the last time since he beat up the table.
Nobody cares.
I also feel that having King.
The Frog, though, every time the Frog comes back in, I get happy. When the camera stays on the Frog, and Matt and I were talking about this,
Action's right here, guys. Full
that
straddle,
him
fly
and
to go.
Josh were having a conversation up there.
Call.
The Frog can look through
Call.
people.
Call.
And he just stares
Well,
at him. And they
Listen, it was when they mentioned stream in the poker community, besides saying, how do I get in the game, the next thing is like, who the hell was that guy who folded queens?
Not that I don't agree, but it's
They did. Like, I'm not kidding. They're like, what was that? So he's famous now.
He is.
So the players, yeah, the software seems to be doing fine. The players might be struggling a little bit and getting where they need to go. A lot of new faces, like you said, Mike, so it might have something to do with it. Like, I don't know what that is.
35? 35. Okay. Oh, that's right. That's right. That's right.
Who's in C2, Mike?
C2, and that is Carlito's Way. He's a newcomer to the show. I got to say last night that it was Wes and it was Skylar up there producing.
Okay.
It was they did not miss a beat. We had some issues earlier in the night because of the electricity going out the day before, but there would be somebody come into the show and Mike would say, oh, you know, downstairs we call him Beetlejuice, but his real name is so-and-so, so we're not going to call him Beetlejuice. And boom, up on the screen you'd see Beetlejuice. It was, they didn't miss a beat last night, and they did a great job.
That's pretty awesome.
We had so many nicknames, though, Sir Ponce-a-Lot and so many others last night. So
One time. For the first time.
Oh, thank gosh. One time? What is this sorcery? Were they running it 5 times today?
Oh, they were multiple times, yes.
We got a card missing there, but it would be the ace of hearts or clubs. Ace of clubs.
What are we expecting for tomorrow in the card show? Over 70 tables. The door prizes, I put that out on Twitter. It's a SGC 9.52.
I saw that.
And 2 unopened boxes of basketball. You know, I expect a huge crowd here tomorrow. With the live remote from J Mart and Coquel from ESPN Radio from 10 to 11. I expect it to be a huge show tomorrow.
No, it's gonna be amazing. We're almost into August here, which means NFL season starts, which means everybody gets excited about the players and their teams. So I expect a lot of traffic for the football fans to start there. You know, obviously other sports are ramping up. The Euro just ended in soccer, and then the NBA playoffs just ended, and baseball starting to get down the stretch now.
Yeah.
So, no, and it's only been getting bigger.
Yeah. Hockey draft. That's what one of our super fan friends has been talking about all day.
My best hockey card ever was a Teemu Solani rookie.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. I mean, he played well, but that card never panned out. I don't know.
I don't know. Actually, it might not be.
That guy's a fucking weirdo, man. He's your little brother.
Oh, I did have that guy. Quinn Hughes.
Okay.
Do you have my number saved in your phone?
Hey, you're Tommy Porter.
You're Pete Degen.
Am I right? What the fuck?
There's been great talk at the table today. A lot of times we just kind of quiet down because the questions and the talk today have just been crazy.
So when I called you that night, I knew I just had to dial up Pete Degen.
One of the guys, I think it was Cam in C3, he goes to Brian, he says, Brian, my girlfriend works at Renegades and they have little people wrestling. How many little people do you think you could take? And so that conversation lasted about 30 minutes at the table.
Oh, well, I don't know, Mike.
Yeah.
I think 2.
Brian says 2.
Let's not get like.
Yeah. Once Brian. Yeah.
2. Like I struggle with 2 of the kids sometimes.
Oh,
you know,
course,
you get those, and
well, they're small and they're like hitting you below the belt. I mean,
right.
I don't know. I'd say 2 is about the maximum. I'll be honest with you. But that talk went on for a good 30, 45 minutes on the show today. So.
Walking right down that line.
Yep, that's
correctness.
What we do. Yeah, exactly.
Right down the line.
Yep.
I told the book that he was 51 a lot of books.
We're missing Rose here today.
Yeah, she's listening from the Bahamas. She only had 3G there, so she couldn't watch Twitch. So she's on YouTube right now.
Thinking. You mind?
What are you thinking about, limo guy? Get your money. Oh, the flop's already out. Oh, he's got the. He could. Yeah. Man, his hand was a huge favorite before that flop. Holy moly. Heads up. Ace, queen, queen.
Wow.
Mike, when's our giveaway for the big dog ticket again?
It's only 1 week away. I announced on the show, and this is just an executive decision. We're going to do it at 3 o'clock, 3 p.m. Eastern next Saturday.
That's awesome. I'm excited for that.
Oh, it's going to be great.
We'll clean up the list. We'll get all the people that are friends and family of the Kennel Club off of there. There's still a lot. We're over 400 some odd followers alone. Yeah, we have a ton of entries, so it'll be fun. We'll run that drawing right live on stream.
You know, and I said, I mean, it's on Rose's broadcast, and Rose has been entering left and right. To be able to give that seat to somebody like Rose or a Moofy or somebody that's on the table, or a Vinny or the story dude, or
I'd like to get somebody out of the chat.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
You and your little brother got out of the hole. I'm still.
Mark, have anything? Accidental discharge. Mark, have anything to say?
No. He hasn't been that lively today. He actually came behind us when Mike and I were on the show last night and told us he was going to have good stories today. But he's been somewhat quiet. He's gone out and took the skunk for a walk multiple times. Yeah. Oh, the save. Yeah, obviously.
He's always losing.
Him and Christina popped up in my restaurant the other day after Tuesday. Yeah, after he went to, I came in,
So-
made his hell. I was like,
I played in tournament for like 8 hours yesterday.
Okay. Yeah, I interrupted that a couple of times.
A couple times, tilted me and I busted.
Did you really?
Anyway, so I played like 8, but you know what? It didn't seem like 8 hours because I played at probably 4 different tables. I played with people, active characters, and I was just entertained the whole entire time from the conversations. You switch a table, now you have a whole new group of people, and you start talking about different things. I ran into a legend, you know, from the old school.
Wow.
John Cernuto, Miami John. I think last I saw, he was in first or second, and he beat me up on a couple big hands. And then I saw our friend, I'm drawing a blank.
Describe him.
No, the guy that, with Maurice.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, Corey.
Corey, yeah.
Okay.
Corey. And Corey Zeidman. And
yeah.
hey, he was being Corey.
Yeah.
None of it was sent in my direction. I think he knows.
That's
like
good.
he's like, I can't. No, but he was super entertaining and a catalyst for conversation. It's nice to have a player like that at the table to just strum it up, like to get that thing going, whoever it might be, to get those conversations going and those weird things being said. But to back it up, it's about the game and about the players. You know, forget the cards. It's just about the entertainment.
It is.
I was fully entertained.
It's just going to keep going up, so why don't I just
You've had a lot of entertainment in the last couple of days.
I'm gonna go back and watch. That's all. Like when I'm out of here, I'm going.
Thursday's show was great because Wendy was actually one of the dealers. And she had all her family and friends from the Philippines watching. So, you know, shout out to them if they're watching again today. Are you not entertained? That's what Steffi Mo says. Welcome to the show, Steffi Mo. That tall Josh, which we still can't figure out who that is.
No.
He's been in the show last couple of days.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. Most small, short people call themselves tall. He says 1 horse-sized duck or 20 duck-sized horses. Very confusing. What's up, everyone? How you doing, Steffi Mo?
450. $450. I got a $5.
So these new angles, I know the producer worked on, or our tech guy, Josh, not to be confused with that tall Josh, set the cameras and did some different things. So I like these new views that we have set up now. So that's super nice.
Oh, it's a whole new. It really is. I mean, when they go to the cameras to the sides now, we can definitely see all the players in seats 2 and 9 now, which is great.
You gotta stand up. You gotta. It's a nice race.
What was the buy-ins today, Mike? 500 to 15? Did they do?
Yeah, that's what Philip. Philip.
Oh, yeah. No.
Philip. Oh God. Now I'm understanding that name. Philip. My grandma plays bigger games.
Bring her in. We could build it. We'll have a big game. Grandma could come in and play in Tyler's game. Grandma could play in Tyler's game. That buy-in has no. It's like 2,000 to 10,000. She could come on in and play that game.
Don't give me any. Oh, I don't like that.
I think she'd enjoy it.
I wonder if his name's really Philip.
I thought we were doing 2 boards. You can't have your 10. Oh my God. Got him.
I think you need to have more money.
One of the things we did see in the show today was Buddy was having a really tough time. He had some really tough losses, and he actually went all in. You know, with what was it? He went all in. You know, just yeah, it was amazing. He did. Yeah, it was just crazy. I mean, it was something we've never seen on here. It's too small for her. Sorry. That's what Philip Mamouth.
Yeah, go ahead and hit the follow button, Phil.
Yeah, Phil.
Support the channel. Maybe sub, like and sub.
That'd be nice. Oh, how the weather changes here in South Florida.
If this screen just goes black, everybody knows what it is.
Exactly. You guys play music, please. Yeah.
There you go.
How long does the stream Kings last?
Oh, now he's following. Thanks, Phil.
Appreciate it.
Unless since they start, they might do a little later.
Probably around there. Yeah. Typically, it's about 3.5 hours. All right. 30. Call.
Has a good doctor been playing aces?
He has.
Okay. Surprise.
He's pulled out his wallet a couple times today.
Did he? He must have really got stuff, bad stuff happen to him then, because he doesn't usually get it in bad.
Well, there was at one point that he was about to leave on one particular hand. That he did well, and he stayed, and he's hanging out with his friends.
Okay.
We love you too, Phil. I'm not. I really want to say your full name, but I don't know. Noah is actually the boss of the poker room, so I don't want to say it out loud.
I'll go when I go home. The kids will tell me his name.
Oh, exactly.
You see that guy?
Yeah.
His name is funny.
I like that.
I like that guy. So that new camera view doesn't work.
Yeah, it's something when they move. They moved in a direction.
I see that
to see the graphics. Oh, Wendy's watching too. Hope you're doing well, Wendy. Loved having you on the show on Thursday. Thanks to you, we have a lot more followers right here on Twitch and YouTube, and also on our Facebook page.
All right, I'm going to hand it over to the professionals. Did you tell everybody who he is?
Oh, the super fan?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we've talked about the super fan quite a few times. When Marky Mark made the glove save, we talked about the Beezer and everything, so it was wonderful.
So much for the concept of secret identity.
Yeah, exactly. Thanks a lot for watching, Wendy, and fill up my mouth with something.
Flatulence.
That tall Josh, Z's.
I mean, it's the scientific name, so.
It is. It's been a fun show today. Hope you enjoyed it too. Right here in South Florida, West Palm Beach, Florida, right across the street from the Palm Beach International Airport. Right here at PBKC, 1111 North Congress Avenue. My name is Mike Jameson. Thanks a lot to the super fan, Matt, who has done a fantastic job. Matt Fagan, you can find him as a dealer in the poker room and as a great commentator. And when the Panthers start playing again, he's the man wearing the cape. And in his own row, might I say.
I'm getting the row of solitude back.
I saw that. I was so happy for you.
Everybody said I should start a Twitter war with the team about them taking my seat away for the playoffs. And I'm like, I don't have to. Panthers Twitter is fighting for me.
Yeah, Superfan's getting his row back. Also, thanks a lot to Cornbread Ron, BG, Brian Gelrod today. Also, Skyler and Wes doing a great job in the booth. I hope everybody has a great day. And I hope everybody has a great weekend. We'll be back on Thursday with another live show, 1 p.m. Eastern. Don't forget, continue to hit !enter, because next week on this show, we're giving away a seat to the big dog. I'm Mike Jameson signing off for the day. Have a great rest of your weekend, and good night.